Hello?
Hello. It does not fall anywhere in those categories. Like anywhere between in them.
So what do we
Uh,
do?
we have a tier list thing. Want me to screen share just in case, or
Oh, there was a child abduction. I'm getting an Amber Alert. Well, that's a
oh,
shame. Anyway,
oh dear.
Oh God.
I did that so casually, just saying, oh, well, what a shame. I did that. Oh, I don't blame you.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
There's a problem. There's also another trend going. So
Oh.
that was alarming to me. Okay, so how can I go fast?
Oh yes, I got it. Yes. There we are. Sorry, I'm moving a few other things around the same time. And here you. Oh, there you are.
Mine was really fast.
I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see here.
I mean, mine's pretty good too.
All right.
You'll see if you open the stream whenever it opens that it was pretty good.
There we go.
Fuzzy Hoodie just redeemed push-ups plus 10.
Hello, Fuzzy. All right. One moment.
Wait, guess what?
Yeah.
Fuzzy Hoodie just redeemed push-ups plus 10.
God damn it. Oh God.
Oh, my side! Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Fuzzy Hoodie just redeemed push-ups plus 10.
Wow.
I pulled my side. Oh no!
Let's see here. Yeah, the stream.
Ah.
Yeah.
Fuzzy Hoodie just redeemed push-ups plus
Oh
10.
my gosh. Yeah.
He'll never be the same. He'll turn out to be a
All
Discord
right,
mod.
we're starting up.
All right. 1 second. I just got to adjust my volume levels. 1 second.
Oh,
Fuzzy
side.
Hoodie just redeemed
Oh my
push-ups
gosh.
plus 10.
Wow. And we
Owie.
got push-up redeems. I will get to that in just 1 second.
Yay, looks like mine's trying to work at the very least.
There.
I mean, mine's working.
Okay.
Yeah, well, again, I'm on mobile, so.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully everyone is coming in a little bit more clearly. Okay. Sweet. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 50 push-ups. So I'll get that knocked out really quickly since it's the beginning of the stream. Here we go. All right.
50 push-ups?
Yes, indeed. I have a push-up. I have an exercise redeem. So 1 second. Without.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. I'm
Hello.
Brox, and today I am joined by Rune 3D,
Hello. 3, 4,
Grim the Exiled,
5,
Was I?
7,
Red Vader,
9, 10, 11,
and Average Watchers 78, who currently does not have a PNG tuber avatar because they couldn't get one in time, but you know, whatever.
It's just a pile of
It's
salt.
just a pile of salt.
That's awesome.
What do you say? He saw.
26, 27, 28,
Oh.
29.
Hey man,
So-
I'm an onion knight, so I'm still kind of fitting the theme.
I am an axolotl because that is me.
Nice. All right, so I just have 20 more.
Sadly,
and then
I
I'll,
think
yep.
only
Here we go.
only Colin is the
Right,
only
so
one that'll
Captain?
get my
Hell, I
character.
apologize. But yeah, here we go.
It's alright.
32,
So now that we have everyone here,
35, 36. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
37,
Yep.
38,
oh, this is it.
39, 40,
Man, he is
41,
busting those out.
42,
Jesus.
43,
Makes my
44,
back hurt just hearing
45,
that.
46, 47.
Yeah, if I wasn't lazy and had already done a day's worth of work, I'd join him.
Yeah.
But I'm lazy and I've already done a day's worth of work.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, every stream I have those. So I've been really putting a lot of emphasis on losing weight and building muscle at the same time. But I also I also sword fight, so I like to keep in shape.
Sick.
But yeah, I have those redeems on my stream, but thankfully I have a cap on those because last time I tried taking those off, I had to do like 700 push-ups, and that sucked.
Oh.
Man, that reminds me of a time. What was it, Brox? We had you almost standing for 2+ hours.
Oh yeah, I had standing up as a point redeem.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was in pain for a whole week after doing that. Oh, but in any
I
case,
could imagine.
yeah. But yeah, so anyway, there's probably a little bit of explanation that I'll have to do for some of my audience. So basically, we're doing things a little bit differently for my regular art streams. Today, we are doing, well, this is mostly more based on a whim. We are doing a foodie debate, quote unquote, or rather tier list debate based on a video that I will link in here from Pirate Software. And we're calling it Soup, Sandwich, or Wellington. But basically, what it is that, to summarize, is that every single food on the planet falls into 3 categories. It's either a soup, a sandwich, or a Wellington. An example of a soup would be something that is liquid-based. Like, say...
No, it's just chaos.
Like minestrone.
Like minestrone.
Minestrone soup.
Yeah, obviously,
I don't
that's a
think
soup.
it was specifically liquid-based.
Oh,
I think
Walker's
it was
here.
a chaos amalgamation.
Yeah, a
Or
chaos
something
of...
that reason.
Yeah, an amalgamation of an amalgamation of substance. Like rice is a soup.
Yeah.
Something that
So like
has
if you mix,
yeah.
if you
Curry
make like
is a soup.
fried rice that had peas and stuff in it, that'd
Mhm.
be considered a soup.
Yes.
I would like to fight that point. Rice, technically, if
We're-
we're thinking soup, a soup typically has liquid in it.
Yes.
A bowl of rice doesn't. A bowl of rice
you
is
make it-
cereal.
If you make it wrong enough, a bowl of rice.
Here's
is
the
soup.
point that Pirate Software made in their video, though.
What is
Every soup classification is if it's chaos, like a mixture of stuff.
yeah, and good
But a
Doesn't matter
bowl
question.
if
of
it's liquid
rice.
or solid.
And good
it's a
question,
soup.
But a-
Fuzzy Hoodie had a good question. What is sushi? Sushi is a sandwich. It has layers.
It has layers, but it's not it's not fully closed off, so that makes it a sandwich.
Yes.
Hey, Brox, I know this is like last minute, but I saw how yours was moving around. Do you mind if I mess with mine and send you a different link for my PNG, or is it too late?
You can go ahead.
What about salad? Salad is a soup.
See, I want to argue with those soups because you're saying one of the caveats is chaos.
Yes.
What about
Yes.
a bowl of white rice? It's all the same rice. It's
bowl-
that
not
would be
chaotic
soup.
at all. It's all the same.
That would just be a soup.
I'd
then.
say, no, I would say it's a cereal. Because a bowl of
That-
cereal doesn't have to have liquid.
Cereal is also a soup.
If it has milk. If it doesn't, what is it?
It's still
Soups
soup.
typically
It's still
have some
It's
form
all
of liquid.
mixed together in factory,
Yeah.
and it's presented even though it's dried. It's still soup.
Yes.
But typically, if you look up a soup, there's always a liquid component.
What is this D
Always.
Oh my god. Here we go. So this is gonna be really fun, but this will be
This is
we're
gonna be-
we're
this is
gonna
gonna be
a lot of arguments are gonna come up on this, and that's
Yeah.
exactly the idea.
I mean,
I'm gonna
heck,
drive
we
to
are
Gavin's
already
house
in
and punch him.
But yeah, I will 1 second. I'm gonna link that video because it's funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like
I'm
30
gonna
minutes.
There's
Put it
it
up
for
in the
you,
put it up in the
and-
Discord too,
Yes. 1
because then
second.
they'll get an idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely
Oh,
honest
it
with you
actually-
guys.
It switched itself. Nice. I didn't even have to do anything.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of arguments I'm gonna start just to start an argument.
That's great. That's exactly what we want.
Exactly, because this is a foodie
Good.
debate.
Well,
know
I'm
my
pretty
list-
fat, so I know my foods.
Yeah, we've got two
know what?
thin-ins, and we got two food aficionados.
Uh-huh.
However, I am still very adamant on the cereal thing. I feel like soups should have a liquid component to be classified as a soup.
Right.
Hey, why not? Why don't we
But
just
the
add an
purpose
extra
of
section
the
just
thing
for
is
cereal?
that it's a mixture, so it's called a quote unquote soup,
Yes.
But it's dry.
Fuzzy Hoodie. What
but
is
it's a mixture.
What is pizza? Pizza's a sandwich because it also
Because
has
it has
layers.
layers.
Pizza, I would say, is a tart because there's only crust.
Although
bottom.
there are
And
it's
there
hard.
will be interesting variations of this, as we will see with all the with all the variations of foods that I have been collecting for the last 72 hours, and I have about 125 unique food dishes from the United States, Canada, Mexico, Europe, and parts of Asia. So this is a nice, healthy mishmash of various foods throughout the entire world that most people can probably recognize. Some of them are also, there's also some cursed ones in here as well that I mixed in just for shits and giggles. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't be swearing on Brox's stream, sorry.
That's one.
There we
That's
go.
just-
Yes, but yes,
Yo,
that's the
where's
idea.
the round meal?
But yeah, that's the whole idea.
Gavin, we don't talk about that.
Yep. Whoops. That's okay.
So anyway,
Where's the
basically,
round meal?
what the guy was saying, anything that's a mixture is a soup. Anything that has a layered, structured plane is a sandwich. Anything that's an encapsulation is a Wellington.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen the video. I know the premise.
Uh-huh.
But there
Yeah.
are a few things. Like, I want to retract my statement on pizza being a tart. That's more of a toast.
Oh, I see what you're getting at there.
And that makes a lot more sense than a sandwich, right?
I see. I think I'm gonna have to argue that
'Cause-
it's a single layer.
It's a single layer.
Mhm.
Sandwiches typically have a top and a bottom,
Sure.
typically made up of bread. Pizzas don't,
Right.
unless you
It's also
fold them on
sandwich
top of
plate,
each
right?
other. So I would say if it's just a slice of pizza on its own,
But
it's a
in-
toast.
Yeah, but in any case, we have a whole list here that we can kind of work our way off of. We can drag and drop things from the tier list into the soup, and we can work in order. That way, it's not a whole. That way, it's not totally chaotic.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are just things I wanted to bring up at the beginning.
Of course, yes. 1 second. So I think I have. Oh, I'll come out of full screen on this Discord window here. Try to get to the. Oh gosh, how do I get to the chat section of the stream room? Hold on. Because I have the link. I was.
Basically, it's the chat bubble next to the.
Oh, there it is. Oh god, I'm a normie. I apologize, but yeah, I'll go ahead and share that video in the Discord. I've already shared it inside of my chat room here. Fuzzy Hoodie, what about rice cakes? I would call that a sandwich. Let's see. I'm gonna spend this stream trying to find out foods that don't fit these categories and make you suffer.
I want to say rice cakes is more of a soup.
Yeah, I would say rice cakes is a soup.
Maybe you're right.
Because it's, I'd say that's more of a soup in the context.
If you make if you make like a layered thing out of rice cakes, then
it's a
that would probably be a
sandwich.
sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're about to start getting really technical with this. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, it depends on
What was
type of rice
that?
cake you're talking about.
That
That was
sounds.
my soundboard.
Oh, nice. So
Because
it's gonna
if
be
you're
a
thinking about
long
the
night.
dry ones, yeah, those would
Yeah.
technically be a soup.
Yeah.
How is it a soup?
It is.
Yeah.
It is chaos combined
It is
into a
chaos
brick.
Yes.
incarnate.
We will.
Didn't finish the
This is gonna
joke.
be fun.
There will be. The chaos comes from the arguments, and we will start some.
Mm-hmm.
I've already started a few.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
You're a natural debater.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Let's see
There's
here.
a joke there.
There
Yes,
is,
there-
but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to, but I'm not touching that.
That's why I said there's one there.
I mean, chat can in my
Yeah,
window,
you
but
you could
yeah.
definitely tell who the animators are. You've got two avatars that move right and look really clean, and then you've got a bouncing axolotl head.
Uh-huh.
A dude
Hey,
that
mine was
obviously has
drawn by
two
a
separate-
sketch artist.
Right.
somebody that
Really
has
good
two
if I
de-
make.
two separate images and then just a pile of salt.
Right. So first two images here. One that looks like kind of like a square, kind of a pot thingy. That's this one is apple cobbler. What would you call apple cobbler?
That is a soup.
That
I'd
is
say that's
definitely
a
a soup.
Hmm.
It has
As
layers,
the-
yes,
I'd say that's a
but it is
sandwich.
too
I was about to
chaotic.
say sandwich as well.
I would say it. I would say it is a soup more because once you actually are eating it and starting to cut it, it's the crust
The
on
layers-
it. It starts
the
to
layers
mix
get
and jumble
undefined.
while you're actually eating it, and it doesn't stay together
Ah. Hmm.
In my mind,
because it's
the
not
sandwich,
firm
usually
very
Right.
the
much.
layers
It's more
stay
soft.
Mm-hmm.
Predictable.
Did
Like
you
a
use
pizza, the
Blender
cheese is
Guru
not
for a
suddenly-
donut?
I did. Yes.
Cheese is not suddenly going to become on
I
the
had
bottom.
to.
Honestly,
Yeah.
fair.
But yeah.
Fair enough. Question mark?
You said it,
Or like
not me.
Or a pie. The crust is suddenly
I-
not going to be mixed in with the middle.
Right.
It's usually
I'd
gonna
say a
stay in
pie
its
is more of a
same general
sandwich.
zone.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
agree with
it
that.
stays in its
Yeah,
general
A pie is
zone.
firm, while
The cobbler
some-
is.
the cobbler is more loose and doesn't stay in a shape like
Yeah.
a sandwich would.
Exactly. Yeah. So cobbler is a soup, and pie is a sandwich.
Apple pie is sandwich. Apple cobbler. Soup.
Well,
yeah, that's fair.
It depends on the. I'd say the pies would depend on the type of pie. Like that picture specifically would be a sandwich because it's not a closed top
Mm-hmm.
and it has the gaps. But if it was like a closed top for the pie, fully covered, I'd consider that a Wellington.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, yeah, you're right.
But that
That would
specific
break
image
bread.
would be a sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the next one we have here is Arizona cheese crisp, or just cheese crisp.
Cheese crisp.
Ooh, I don't know what that is.
A cheese crisp is basically a piece of toast with melted cheese.
Oh, it's just.
Oh,
cheese
that's a
toast
sandwich.
then.
As a sandwich?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
about to say,
Sandwich
yeah.
would be the closest thing.
Yeah.
I'd say sandwich because
It could also be made. Yeah, it could also be made with two tortillas stacked on top of each other with cheese in between. So yeah, I would call that a sandwich pretty
quesadilla.
safely.
Yeah.
That is a quesadilla, not a cheese.
Yeah. What
Well,
about-
You're gonna start some flame wars over with the fat people.
all right. So Fuzzy has a good question. She said, "What about an apple? Like individual fruits?" I would call
I call that a Wellington
an apple a Wellington. Okay,
Uncle
I would call
because
sweet
the
is, like,
skin
crispy,
acts
like-
as the outside layer to the inside. So I call that.
Yes.
Any fruit would technically count as a Wellington, like apples,
Bananas,
pears, oranges, bananas. tomatoes.
Well, depends on what type of. If the oranges.
I'd say
peeled,
tomatoes would be a soup
Yeah.
Tomatoes?
due to the how
Yes,
loose a
considering
tomato
how
is on the inside.
Considering how
Well, it's
watery
still-
it is, yes.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that
No,
makes
like,
sense.
You
Yeah.
got something like a banana that is a definite Wellington, because there is a definite divide between exterior and interior.
Yes, it's
But yeah,
definitely
something
more of like a
tomato
solid.
Tomato
Yeah.
is definitely more soup category because the inside is mostly just chaos.
Yeah.
That is fair,
Just like
yes.
how a pomegranate would probably be more of a soup as well, because that is also chaos.
All right.
You ever tried to open a pomegranate? Those things suck.
They do,
Or you gotta
actually.
beat
Yeah,
it with
they're
a spoon
messy
like a
as well.
It looks
child.
amazing. It triggered
I just eat it like
trypophobia,
an
though.
apple.
So the next image I have here is, it's a type of bread, but it's Baja Blast bread.
Mm,
That is garbage.
That
That is-
Because that came from a chaotic mind.
It did.
I'm gonna give that Wellington because it has a defined crust. If it's a loaf of
Does it?
bread,
I think I would agree on that.
if it is
Either
a
a
loaf
san-
of bread,
Mm-hmm.
I would say Wellington.
Mm-hmm.
Or what would you say banana bread would be then?
Banana
That
bread
is a
I would,
soup.
I would incline to agree. I think, yeah, because banana bread has presumably also has nuts and bananas mixed in. I would
No, that's banana nut bread.
Oh, banana
Yeah,
nut.
there's-
Okay.
They're
Banana
actually
bread, it says
different.
nuts.
Banana
Okay.
bread is just banana.
Uh-huh.
I'm a baker. Don't challenge me on how certain things like that are made. I will prove you wrong.
I'm gonna say Baja
Yeah,
Blast.
also a
I'm
basic
still gonna say Baja Blast bread is a soup.
Oh, really?
I'm just gonna
Because-
say it's a sin.
I was gonna say I'm gonna say soup because basically you're making bread from a mixture of stuff.
Yeah, but we got to think of the final project, the final thing as well.
Yes.
Because if you're making
Because of-
bread,
yeah,
You know what?
you're
I think
probably
I'm-
just substituting water.
I changed my answer. I'm gonna have to go with the soup on this. I have to agree with Brox on that.
What was that next thing?
With the way it is being Baja
I
Blast,
thought that was
I'll
bread.
follow you with soup. But if it was a normal loaf of bread, I would definitely say Wellington.
Yes. Yeah, I agree on that.
Especially like white bread, yeah, you could definitely. There's a definite divide
Yeah.
between crust and center.
Yeah. Next
Or
image.
sourdough.
Next image we actually already just talked about by coincidence. Banana bread.
Oh, that was banana
Yeah,
bread.
that-
It
that
looked
would
definitely
like
be
some
soup.
sort of other like.
Yeah, definitely a soup on that one. The next one, banana pudding.
That is soup.
Banana pudding? That's a soup.
That is a soup.
That is a soup.
Considering how
It's
liquidy
weird
it
that the
is,
Southerners
yes.
called it actually
Ooh.
banana pudding, and I went nanner pudding.
Considering how liquidy it is, yeah, I would have to agree on that. Then we have a banana split, which is a type of sundae.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that
an
is
interesting
sandwich.
one.
I'm gonna call it sandwich.
I would call it
Oh, I
a
don't
Wellington.
I'm gonna go with soup.
Really?
It's chaotic.
It is chaotic. It is
You
chaotic.
got your ice cream, you got your bananas, you got your drizzle.
You have several
chaotic,
layers in
but
between
it's-
that are solid and liquid.
Is it a
Well, there
mixture?
Yeah.
are several defined layers, though, because usually when you have a banana nut, there are not a banana split. There are defined layers.
But
When you
usually,
have a
Instead of
banana
calling it a
split-
sandwich.
usually sandwiches
The way
usually sandwiches only have solids in between the layers. Correct?
no,
Man, not a solid.
Like look at
I would say
lasagnas.
no because you can have tomato slices. The interior has a liquid of a tomato. You can also have toppings like condiments like
I
Ketchup
just
and
said
mustard,
mayonnaise is not a solid.
which are a
yes.
liquid. They are not a solid. So sandwiches can have liquids in them,
Really?
Yeah.
or you can have like under easy egg in a breakfast sandwich.
Chat, what do you think? Are they onto something? I don't know.
I'm eating a Rice Krispie treat while doing this. I am fat.
Nice. I
Oh,
am
trust me, it'll
Subway
get to a
sandwich
point
right
where
now.
I'm gonna have to go.
I am currently drinking a soup right now. I am drinking I'm drinking tea, which is technically a soup.
I have root beer. I don't know what this is. It's probably just dirt water.
Ah,
I have nothing.
It's good though.
then maybe you're right. Maybe a banana split is a sandwich. So next
Yeah,
one.
The ones I've had have been like bananas on the side, ice cream in the middle, which is
Uh-huh.
more organized. So I'd definitely say sandwich in that case.
Yeah.
But if it was
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
strewn into a bowl, that's a soup.
It was all just
Mhm.
thrown in a bowl with a soup.
Patch. What is a grape?
Depends
I would
on
call
who
I would
makes it.
call a grape a Wellington, an individual grape.
Yeah.
We kind of went
Yes.
through the fruits already.
Yeah, definitely. So next one, another cursed image: barbecue spaghetti.
Oh, that sounds
I've
good,
actually had that. It's not too bad.
Oh,
That
really?
was a soup, by the way.
It is a s-
That is
because it's a mixture.
Yes, definitely. Beef brisket
because really noodles are just
Beef brisket.
by itself.
Ooh, okay.
Wellington.
By itself, Wellington, because brisket
Yes,
typically has the
really?
outer crust
It
of
has an
flavor
exterior
I would
crust
call
and
it a-
thinking
nice
Wellington too.
of the spices. I
Mhm.
would call that a Wellington.
Maybe you're right. I was
there's
I was
there's
about to
really
rule it as a
no
sandwich
realm
because it
where
has layers of crispy skin, but maybe you're right. Maybe I will rule that as a Wellington.
Well,
If
that's
it was
where
cut
the
open,
Wellington
then it'd
stands.
probably be a sandwich. But if
Cut
it's
open
not,
would be a sandwich. Uncut Wellington, but we'll go
Not if you slice
uncut
it or put it
as
on bread,
the
then
thought.
definitely yes, sandwich.
All right, so next one. What do we got here? I have the list here. Okay, so this one is just beef steak, which is just, it's just beef steak with asparagus, just regular old steak. What would you call that?
Just a regular hunk of steak.
Yeah, like grilled steak.
Wellington.
A really?
Wellington.
Hmm.
Is
Is-
it is
Usually,
is it in the image? Is it cut?
Yes.
It is a sandwich.
If,
Alright,
yeah, if
really?
it's cut, then sandwich. If it's
Well,
fully
it's
intact,
kind of the
nice-
same
Because it has
thing
cross
with the brisket.
Oh, okay. So if it was a whole
The
piece.
exterior seasoning kind of makes a crust on the outside.
That's true, yes.
Yeah,
And we did
usually-
establish that
usually you sear up
earlier.
a steak and give it a good
it's also a
crust.
sandwich based off of the kind of. I'm gonna say side layers,
Yes, because we established that earlier with the sushi.
because it's like it's not mixed in all together. Like
Yeah.
it looks separated.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're right, yes.
The
Yeah,
more
we need, like,
controlled it is, the
in-between
less of a
layers.
soup.
Mm-hmm.
We need in between layers, really, but jeez, trying to just segment it into 3 categories is quite difficult.
That's just an
This is-
image.
Yeah, but
It's
we can also
situational
go off of
at
the
best.
image that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair. Instead of like speculating, yeah, we could just go off the image we got.
Let's see. Then it's just an
Is
image
that
difference. Your
puff-tarts
logic is
covered in
flawed
gravy,
there.
Or am I losing my mind?
If it's an image different, let's see. If it's an image difference between, well, let me ask you this then: a whole piece of sushi that's not cut, would that still be constituted as a sandwich or Wellington?
Yes, because
because
the
it was
ends
rolled.
typically are open.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still open ends, and you can see each individual layer.
Okay.
A Wellington is not revealed.
As
until
someone
you
whose
cut it
sister,
open.
as someone whose sister has made sushi rolls before,
Yes.
I can definitely say it's always a sandwich. when it's
Okay.
being made.
All right. All right. Then we'll rule that. Okay. Then I'll vibe with that then. That's fine.
Is that a breakfast sandwich?
The next
I
one.
can't tell what that is.
I
the-
can't really tell either.
It's okay. It's a beefy Takis taco. It's a tacky. It's a piece of like a Takis chip with a piece of like a Slim Jim in the middle, like a taco.
That's
Again,
that's
that is a
sandwich.
sin,
It
but
is
it
a
is
sin.
also will be a sandwich.
I
It
agree.
is a sandwich.
I
Can we
agree
just
with that.
add a
That's pretty
fourth
simple.
slide? That's just a sin.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should.
we could,
You know what?
I feel like
Yeah.
that would be good for certain
let's-
ones.
we could
Let's-
still
let's-
debate it, but they're
let's
just
do that.
sins against
Yeah.
humanity.
Let's see. Add a row below.
How-
So
I've never
burrito is a
seen
Wellington.
this.
That is correct, Fuzzy.
We only have one Wellington so far, which I find hilarious.
I do find that hilarious as well. And somewhat
mean-
problematic. We're gonna have to find more Wellingtons.
Well, I mean-
you said you spent 72 hours building this. So
I
we're only
did.
scratching the surface.
We're only
We've
scratching
gone
the
through
surface.
11 things.
Brox, are you gonna stream longer than 2 hours? We might need it.
Judging by this, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nothing says we can't just pull more images.
Yes.
Nothing says we can't.
Of course. And there are people in our chat that are definitely recommending stuff. So we're definitely having ideas here.
This is fun. I enjoy this more than a gaming stream because I get to like actually debate things. I love this.
Right.
Yeah,
I've
it's fun
set
to
down
just
my
sit down,
controller.
have a
I'm not playing
chill.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
If we,
I
if
took
we
off
ever
my
do this
headset. My
again,
controller's-
So I'm
If we ever do this again, we definitely have to do a cursed edition
yes.
Oh, 100%.
where
So
we
far-
have to classify it as something.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
we put it. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
put it from
So-
passable to just it needs to just be incinerated.
Mm-hmm.
Something where yes, maybe I will eat that too. Good God, put that back in the hell where it came from.
Yeah.
We
So
could look
I've
for unhinged food combinations.
for sure. So I've added the beefy Takis taco to and the Mountain Dew bread to the sin category.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we got next here? What are next?
That looks like cheese
That-
or something?
I
It
can't
is
tell what that is.
that is a
Looks
beignet.
like-
Oh.
no.
Describe what that is, because my
A
I'm
beignet
stupid.
is a
It's
that's
little
Louisiana. It's
fluffy, like,
it's
It's a-
Louisiana.
it's
cookie.
a-
It's basically a
something
piece of fried
multi-layer,
dough
like,
on.
fluffy pastry.
It's a piece of fried dough with powdered sugar.
Drizzle with tiny too.
Yes.
Piece of fried dough. That's Wellington.
Well, saying it just has powdered sugar is an understatement. It has enough to where if you breathe while trying to eat it, you will choke.
Yes. It is. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It is a healthy schlop of powdered sugar.
Where if you do go to Louisiana and get it, they will tell you do not breathe while you eat this.
Yes.
You will enjoy it, but
I
don't
have-
breathe.
I have been to Louisiana. My brother actually lives there.
Because if you inhale, you will choke. If you exhale, you will cover whoever's in front of you. and cause a choke.
Oh yeah.
Gavin, you know me very well that me and you would get it and blow immediately.
Yes.
Oh
if
my
you
god.
breathe in, you choke. If you breathe out, you make the person in front of you choke.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
Maybe
we've
you
ro-
just turn him into a ghost and
I don't care about the child abduction.
Oh my god.
I've
Oh my
gotten a
God.
second Amber Alert. I do not care.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Just turn them off.
Okay, so we've ruled it as a Wellington.
Let's see here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it is Columbus. So yeah.
Oh, we have that. We have that later on in the list, Miss Fuzzy. Trust me. So, oh my god. So,
God, what's my battery break?
all right. So next one, biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits?
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Now, if you're
Yeah, I think I'd agree.
well, in the
sandwich.
form it is in that picture, it is sandwich.
I'm trying to think
I-
of the.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the liquid to solid ratio on that one.
I'd say it's probably more of a toast if we had that as a category, but since we don't, I'd say sandwich. Because
We're-
it's
as-
on
as-
top of the biscuit itself.
Yeah.
As we said, we're going off of image alone for right now. From
Well,
just that image,
typically.
it would be sandwich.
Yeah, I would say
But
that
if,
at least.
if you are eating, if you're currently eating it, and you mixed it around, it turns into a soup.
You win this round. You win this round. All right, this
What
one
is
should be
this
pretty.
one?
This one should be pretty straightforward. This one is just tomato
Sandwich.
bisque.
Straight up.
That is a
sandwich.
Wellington.
Really? Really? I want to
No,
hear
I'm
this.
kidding. It's a soup. It's a soup.
Okay.
I was just being a smart aleck.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay,
All of the liquid inside encapsulates itself.
Yes.
all right.
I was about to
It's
say.
like saying water's
You know,
wet.
if it was in a bread bowl, then maybe it would be a Wellington.
Bread bowls
Well,
should not
speaking of a-
exist.
Bread bowl, like,
Speaking
oh,
of-
all right,
of the
I'd go to.
bisque.
I would tell that to Panera Bread.
Panera Bread commits sins against bread by hollowing out a perfectly good roll of sourdough.
Oh my god.
There
Sorry,
have
I'm a
been
baker.
videos
That
of just
hurts
What
me.
they
of-
should
of-
do with bread
been
bowls
videos of
is if
bringing-
they hollow
people
them out,
bringing-
they have the hollowed out pieces as is
To dip.
like
No,
Yeah.
they throw away the
Sure.
interior of the bread.
Hi, Sharky. Sharky's here. Yay.
they gotta. What they should do with the inside of bread bowl stuff is have it part of it.
As a dipping
part of
sauce,
the
as a
meal?
dipping-
Yes.
dipping
So
sauce.
our
As a
next. So anyway,
Have it-
our
like you said, like to have it dip in.
all right. So our next one here that we have on our list is this is actually. Have you ever been to Outback Steakhouse?
That is
It's a
a
blooming
bloomin'
onion.
onion.
That is a bloomin' onion. So where does so
as
soup
I
sandwich or
recall,
Wellington?
Sandwich.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. A bloomin' onion is an onion that has been cut and then dipped into batter.
Ah.
Meaning
is a
technically the whole surface is covered in a crust.
Yes.
I'd say it's a Wellington.
I think you're
true.
right. I think you're right.
It's a
Yes.
Wellington
Since
disguised as
it's
a
still
sandwich.
technically connected because you do rip it apart.
Yeah. And the,
I'd say Wellington.
yeah, and
Yeah.
technically technically dipping sauce would not. Well, it's part of the meal, but it's still separate, so it's not a layer. It's actually a separate part of the.
Yeah, because it is in a dish.
Yes.
So I would definitely say Wellington for
I
that.
I agree.
I don't see it on the list right at the moment, but going off of the bisque thing, where would we rank French onion soup?
French onion soup. Ooh.
It's a
Because
soup.
you've got the bread base underneath it, the soup in the middle, and then the melted cheesy layer on top.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say it's a soup simply due to its
There are
namesake.
technically 3 defined layers.
Yeah.
But it's also a soup because it's a mixture.
Right. What would you find?
It's a cereal.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be a class if there is a case like that
Mm-hmm.
where it is a soup, but it also has layers,
Right.
because that makes it more like a cereal.
Ah.
Imagine a video game called Foodie PG.
Oh God. Man. Oh. So I have a couple of people asking questions in my chat. One of them is asking what would you call fish sashimi?
Sashimi?
Fish
That's a
sashimi?
sandwich.
That's
Sushi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sushimi is
It's
what?
ba-
Just the meat?
Like a raw,
Thinly
like just a
sliced
slice
raw
of raw fish.
Thinly
I'd
sliced raw
sandwich.
fish.
Because it's not
Yeah.
cooked.
Yeah.
So it can't be a Wellington.
Yeah, and
usually-
it's solid,
usually
so
people,
yes.
they'll put-
It's a
and
single
usually
layer
people
and
will
it's
put a little
solid.
pad
Yeah.
of, like, wasabi
Plus,
It's a
on top.
sandwich
sometimes-
without
Yeah,
bread.
they'll-
Sometimes sashimi
Although
is prepared on
intermittently-
top of like kind of blocks of rice, and it's laid on top, so it's definitely a sandwich.
It's still a sandwich.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a defined whole encapsulating outer layer.
Yes, but anyway, and the next one that we have here on our list is just Boston baked beans. Beans.
That's a soup.
That is a soup. I would agree with that.
That is
That's
a soup.
too easy. Too
Too
easy.
I have baked
how we all
beans
just-
and.
I
Ooh,
love how we all
I
just
can
went.
eat
"Beans."
What the?
we're all on the
Dog
same.
go.
We're on the same.
They're not.
What is this image that I have here?
Is
Hang
that
on.
Monkey bread?
It might actually. It's
Did
either.
you call me?
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this? Oh my god.
Chaos.
It
This
is.
is
This
Foodie
stream
bake.
is a soup.
It's either a monkey bread or a cream puff.
I'm trying to look at my reference image here and I'm not finding it. Where is this?
We can come back to it.
Oh, it's bread pudding. Okay, bread pudding.
Soup.
Bread pudding. What is bread pudding?
Bread pudding is an English dish. It's I can look it up.
Soup. We're all
What
about
is bread pudding?
soup.
I think it might be a soup, but I'm gonna have to double check on this.
It's a soup.
We
Bread
could
pudding
come
is
back to it.
basically-
I'd
The
agree
UK
with
is
you.
all about soup.
It is.
bread
They
pudding
really.
is like Yorkshire pudding. I'm pretty sure.
It is.
So it's,
So it's a
it's
soup.
basically like a piece of cooked bread, but it is made with like cream and stuff. I think. And it's
Okay.
usually served with some sort of like sauce.
Yes, it is very much like it is a pudding-like substance. So I think I would have to agree. It's definitely like a soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's runnier. It's runnier than a normal piece of bread, but it's still.
But it's
just
also
one
not defined
set piece of
layers. It's
bread.
kind of mixed.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd go soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
it's
that.
Still, yeah, it's one settled piece of bread, but yeah, it's still viscous in the middle somewhat. I
Yeah.
think.
Let's see.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta grab some water. I'm thirsty as heck.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead, man.
All right. Let's see. Fuzzy hoodies. Are dumplings considered sandwiches or Wellingtons?
Wellingtons.
Wellington.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because usually they have stuffing in the middle, don't they?
Yes, and they are
Yeah,
steamed,
and you
meaning the
usually
out
eat it
layer
in
is
one
cooked.
bite.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
usually you don't
Dumplings are
like-
really good.
Yes,
I could
they
use
are.
some dumplings right now. Not gonna
Or
lie.
pot stickers.
I haven't had dinner. DoorDash.
There you go.
It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm not ordering DoorDash. What's wrong with me?
How you doing,
I'll just
Sharky?
sit
How was your
here
road trip?
Eat my wheat thins.
Your wheat thins.
Oh man.
Wheat
Brock
thins.
is asleep.
Who is all here? Patch is here, Fuzzy Hoodie is here, and I did Fushy. Also I'll introduce some of the guys here. So, over here in chat we have one of Brox's mods, Mr. Grimm, and we also have Mr. Make 'em at Night. At least I believe I believe I'm reading the name correctly on my Discord.
It's Gavin. You can just call me Gavin.
His
I don't
name is
care.
Gavin, but
Gavin.
typically he'll be known as like Red Vader.
Red Vader. Okay, nice.
Red Vader Trooper. It's his old username.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back,
Welcome
Mr.
back,
Brox.
Brox.
All right, where are we at now?
Okay, so we are at a. Oh, hold on.
It
Let
looks
me
like a
get
waffle
my.
sandwich, and that looks
It
very-
actually-
I left after we classified the bread pudding.
It is a breakfast. It is it's a type of breakfast sandwich, but it's a breakfast waffle with fake egg and mozzarella cheese.
Fake egg?
Yes.
Sin.
I agree. This is a sin.
Fake egg.
It is fake.
Sin. It's a sandwich, but it's also a sin.
It is a.
I guess. Good lord, I guessed that from a small little compressed image.
Well, there's a toaster. All right, what's the toaster, fellas?
Yes. What would you consider?
A basketball.
Cereal.
What would you consider a raw egg?
That's
Uh,
all right.
Like a
yeah.
chicken egg or whatever. Yeah.
Because the shell is technically edible.
I've never tried.
You guess you could.
That's that in of itself is kind of cursed. I've never tried eating an eggshell. Can you really do that without damage?
Yes, eggshells are edible.
I've done it.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
recommended,
override.
but
Okay.
you can't eat them.
Okay. I'll have to take your word on that, but I don't know.
Good to me.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't just pull it out of the carton and eat it. Usually they pulverize it and add it to stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
turn it into a powder.
next, an American
Kiwi.
staple, Brunswick stew.
Soup?
Soup.
Yeah, definitely a soup. Definitely more liquid there.
Type of
Brox, I
stew
think
is
we made the
automatically-
sandwich a sin.
Uh-huh. Everything is edible. So what about this next one is just buffalo wings. Just classic buffalo wings.
I would say
Wellington.
Wellington.
Wellington?
It's got a crust.
Well,
An
Yes.
exterior
It's
crust.
got
if
It's an
there's
exterior
one.
crust and a sauce on the outside.
Yes.
And there's also bone on the inside too.
There is, yeah. I think
I would
But it's
say
all in
let's
top.
not include the bone because you're technically not supposed to eat the bone itself, but the marrow
mean,
inside.
yeah.
Which then is another Wellington.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the bone is usable, not edible. But anyway, so yeah,
Exactly.
so
You can use it to
Wellington
make bone broth.
for sure. Okay.
Bone broth.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm sorry,
next one, it appears to be.
Underneath the cereal, just pineapple on skewers.
Looks like a
Well,
tortilla.
We'll get to that, Gavin.
We will get
It
to
looks
that.
like corn.
So this next one is just a. This one is a burrito.
That is not a
Soup.
burrito. That is a wrap.
Yes.
Mm.
So I'm gonna call it a sandwich.
It has an open face. That is not a burrito.
Oh, you're right.
That is
yes.
definitely a sandwich.
Okay, I assumed it was a burrito because that's what
No,
Wikipedia
a
told me.
burrito is fully wrapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Colin. Does it have
Yeah, you're
a-
right. You're absolutely right. That was my mistake. I go to food jail now.
That looks more
We
like
mentioned
just
about this the other
random
day, Rue.
amalgamation.
Like,
Mhm.
I'd say a wrap, Gavin, is more of a sandwich simply due to the way that it is and
Yeah.
how there's barely any liquid to it.
Yes.
You're right. A burrito
But
would
it-
be more of a Wellington slash soup.
Yes, an actual burrito would be a Wellington. Yes, because it's
A
closed on both
Wellington,
sides.
depending on what's in it, maybe a soup, but
you guys
typically
remember
probably
when,
Wellington.
you guys remember when McDonald's had those grilled chicken lettuce wraps on their menu?
I
Nope.
That-
don't remember when they had the crispy chicken ones.
That's a
don't
name
eat
I've not
McDonald's
heard in a
anymore.
long time. That's a
Close
hot
window.
minute.
Use me.
Oh my god. So
I see
next,
a cake.
yes, it's just a regular. This is a just regular layer cake because I figure most cakes would probably fall under the same category anyway because you see one
With-
cake.
With that
Wellington.
specific image, sandwich,
Yes.
because it's cut
That's
open.
what I was going for.
If it was a
Okay.
full cake, would
If
be
it was a
Wellington.
full cake without being cut, I'd say it would be more of a Wellington.
Perhaps you're right. Yes. Yeah, that's gonna
In
have
that
to.
case, layer cake under a good amount of fondant or buttercream
Mm-hmm.
Well, usually they use
or
both. A bit of fondant
frosting
and
or anything
buttercream.
Uh-huh.
like that. That would classify as a Wellington too.
Uh huh.
Yes.
See,
But
Sharpie
I'd say
said
if it's like a cake where it's got a base and then a middle section and then top section, that will always be a sandwich because it itself has layers.
Yes.
If it's a multi-segment.
Yes. Next one. We have. Where is it?
Is that avocados
It
on a pizza?
okay. So this
Or
is
it flatbread?
this is a California club pizza.
Huh.
It's a
Maybe
pizza, but I have very different types of pizza separated in this list, and that's one of them. This is a California club style pizza.
I'm gonna call this a sandwich. I was
Looks
initially
like it's
gonna roll
got-
it off as a soup.
It looks like it's got what? Avocado, cheese, pepperoni.
I'm almost tempted to call it a soup.
Honestly,
Yeah,
me too.
that looks more chaotic than a
I
normal
would
just
say
pepperoni.
more of a soup as well. The chaos is more pronounced.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, a normal
But I'm also
pepperoni
inclined to
cheese
say
pizza.
sandwich, just because of
See-
the avocado.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're.
I want to say sandwich too because the avocado looks purposefully done.
Because now
Hmm.
I'm thinking we should also take into consideration what is in the food itself. Because
Yes,
certain
we need-
things you don't put into other foods. Like I've never seen a soup with avocado.
No.
Me neither.
I think
I've
you're
only
right.
seen sandwiches.
Unless somebody has seen an avocado style soup, I'm gonna have to rule this
Hold
as
up.
a sandwich.
Unless there's like a specific avocado soup.
All right, we're gonna have to call a referee for this one. Is there an avocado soup? Somebody Google this. I'm gonna have to Google this.
I am already doing that. Oh, it does exist.
Oh
Avocado
my
soup is a
God!
fruit soup prepared using
Exactly, yeah.
avocado as its primary ingredient.
That's a soup,
Alright,
boy.
It's a soup. That is a
Bring
soup.
me out- oh, yep.
That
This
is a soup.
weird conversation.
This is a weird. This is a weird concept.
I love it though.
I love this.
What would on that topic? What would you call guacamole?
Soup.
That's a soup.
Yeah, I would.
Straight up
The
mashed,
consistency would
mashed
tip-
avocado.
It is. It's mashed
Well,
avocado
plus
with lime
certain
juice.
spices, lime juice.
Yes.
It's more of a soup
It is-
than
it is
anything.
just
Yeah.
straight- Yeah, you could eat that stuff with a spoon.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll say there is no starch involved.
I agree. Yes, you're right. So the next one I have here
That
are
looks like a Wellington.
Caramel apples.
caramel apples.
What is it?
Caramel apples. Sorry, forgive my pronunciation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Caramel or caramel? I say caramel. That's just
Honestly,
my.
I say caramel too. It
Mhm.
feels right.
I say caramel. I don't even say ML. I just say caramel.
Uh
But
Caramel.
I don't eat it anyway. I hate it, unless it's like hard candies.
huh.
But
Right.
I'll step back on this one.
I'm gonna call this
Call
a
this a
Wellington.
Wellington.
Yes.
It is
I mean,
Wellington.
apples by themselves, we've already fruits. We've already established that they're Wellingtons, but we're just adding more layers on top of it.
Yeah, and
Uncut
none of
fruit
those
are
layers
Wellingtons.
disrupted
Yeah.
or open to the world.
So next one is just a bowl of cereal. In this case,
That is a cereal.
Fruit Loops. So I would call this a soup.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a soup.
All right, too easy. All right,
All right. Hear me
cheeseburger.
Yeah, Wellington.
Sandwich. No one heard me out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You have the floor, my man.
I was just gonna jokingly say, what if it's a sandwich?
Because you got the layer of milk and you got the layer of cereal.
Yes.
It could very well be a layer
Well,
of sandwich.
Nah, it's a soup because the cereal was mixed in with the milk.
Yeah.
Colin,
Yeah. I think that one's pretty easy to rule.
Ramen
So
meal would be a soup, Gavin.
yeah. All right. So what we have here is cheesecake, but it's like raspberry cheesecake.
Oh,
You have
I
my
had no
Can-
clue what that was.
We need to get a fifth tab that is that's just god tier because it's the best food that exists.
Okay.
Nothing beats
yeah,
cheesecake.
of any
I don't
variety.
know
It's
if-
just- You have sin and then godlike. Just put godlike
Nah,
amongst.
I'd say cheesecake is probably more of a. Ooh.
That's a sandwich because
Sandwich,
you've got
it's gotta be
you've got the raspberry.
It's gotta be
the extra
sandwich.
seasoning
It can't
layer
be
in the middle.
Wellington because it's never enclosed because it's always open.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
if
it's
you
not
look
a
at
soup
Red-
because it's solid. So I'd say sandwich is the closest thing we got.
if you look at red
If
velvet
it was a
bun
baked
cakes, they're kind of like the
cheesecake, it
same
would be
thing.
Yeah.
If it was actually baked cheesecake, it would be closer to Wellington because baked cheesecake has more of that sort of crust. around
But
it.
it's still more open than a normal cake
Yeah.
or a
Yeah,
pie.
but this cake, unlike our layered cake here, has no slice. It's not cut. It has not been defiled with the
Well,
with
its
the
top
sharp
is
edges of
open.
a
Stainless
knife.
steel edge of a knife.
Yes, it
Its
has
top
not
is
been
open.
defined. Its top is open, but it's
Yeah.
covered in fruit.
Oh god, that sounds like the beginning to
It
a
cannot
very
be
weird novel.
can be seen by the naked eye.
It
What
can.
type
Some
of
clothes
smut
on,
are
eh?
we talking
You're
about
east-
right now?
Business.
Food smut, my man.
Business work.
Top is open and it's covered in fruit. Good lord.
We have
That's an insult. That can be an insult.
we have too
Ow, I
much
hit my
free.
elbow.
We have too much free time, you guys.
I got off of work a few hours ago. I have nothing but free time this weekend.
Me too.
And it-
What
I
are you
mean,
guys
well,
talking about?
I just got off
Meeting.
work. I just got off work now, so I've got really nothing better to do today. I should be doing 3D modeling, but I'm not because I'm a bad boy. So
Walker's
next.
here.
Oh yeah,
Watcher just
Yeah, I
forgot
kind of
that.
just get in the background.
we've just been just kind of been quiet through
Just
the whole
I
thing.
don't
nice.
care.
No, he's
Well, he
been
was a
discussing
pilot
with
this
us.
whole time.
Yes, yeah.
Oh really? I probably don't have my
Pilot's
mic
fault to
on
speak.
up enough.
So next up we have cheese straws.
I
These are
have
cheese
no
straws. I
idea.
thought those were churros.
You
They-
mean cheese sticks? Mott
Yes.
sticks?
I believe you could also call these mozzarella sticks or cheese sticks.
Yes, Mott sticks.
Mott
Wellington.
sticks.
Those are Welling. No, that's a sandwich.
Really?
Oh, really?
Really? Really?
It is bread around cheese. It is a cheese sandwich.
But it is fried cheese.
And it's
Have you
already
ever
around it.
have
And
you
it's
ever had a
enclosed.
mozzarella stick? Have you ever had a mozzarella stick that hasn't leaked cheese once it was done cooking?
I have a few times.
Once, but it was like
But
a
what is
god
more
tier.
common, having a mozzarella stick with cheese coming out of it, or having one that is held its shape?
Let's consider
It
the
is-
picture though. Are there any that are leaking?
All of those are
I don't know. I
uniform.
can't tell.
Let me pull up the detailed view. And it's compressed to hell. I am sorry. It is. This was shot on mozzarella. I apologize.
Wow.
It does not have. Based on the blurry image, it does not appear to have anything leaking out of the sides.
With this image, we will go Wellington then.
I am inclined to agree.
But if it was leaking cheese, I would 100% go with sandwich,
Yes.
and that would be a hill I would die on.
What would you guys call octopus? Like, hang on, Fuzzy. Would you call that octopus like plain octopus or like
A sin.
fried? Would you call that fried
A
octopus?
sin.
A sin? I don't know. I've
The
never.
last time I've ever had like octopus or calamari, I got extremely sick.
I do love. Let's see. I do love calamari
Calamari
though.
is
Like
good.
fried calamari. Oh my god.
Fried calamari is a Wellington. Raw calamari just shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I don't think it's really safe to eat raw squid.
Skill
Well,
issue.
It's never safe to eat raw, Gavin.
I've had raw squid before.
Oh no, actually no, it is actually safe because people have
Actually,
eaten it
no.
raw and
It's
also
not raw
still
squid.
alive.
It's prepared squid.
Yes. All right. So okay, I have another cursed one.
What
Uh,
is that monstrosity? Is that ramen and Cheez-Its?
That is ramen and Cheez-Its, my man.
Why?
That is
a
an immediate
sin
sin.
and a soup.
That, oh my gosh, why does that exist?
Technically, it's a soup. In reality, it's a sin.
It's in.
Yes.
Yeah, why?
It's a sin, but it's a soup.
Who was hungry enough to
Is
make
that
that?
is that other one? Is the next one Chicago style pizza?
That is Chicago
Chicago
deep dish
style
pizza.
That is a Wellington, my man.
I am inclined to agree because
'Cause
I
the
heard some.
cheese is under the sauce.
It is under the sauce, and it's not. If I am inclined to, if I am too inclined to believe John Stewart, then this is in fact a Wellington.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
Italian and this is hurting me.
I'm gonna hydrate.
I love how you got close to your mic to say it's from Chicago.
There's not enough cheese.
Cheese is under the sauce.
Is the next one chicken and waffles?
There's chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
Sandwich.
Ooh,
Sandwich.
that's an interesting one because the chicken alone is technically a Wellington.
Yes, because
With
we've.
the components, I would say it's a sandwich. Putting them together.
I've always had chicken and waffles with the chicken on the side though.
I've always had chicken and waffles with them on top and syrup.
Yeah, it feels like a sin if you have just the chicken on the side. You have to if you want proper
have to
chicken and
layer
waffles, you have to have
See,
the chicken
Brox,
on
what
top.
you had was chicken with waffles.
Yes. Because I have my stuff separately.
Yeah, on any other day I would consider
Well,
that a Wellington, but this has now become a
Everything
sandwich.
has a place, and everything must be in its place.
Correct.
Yes.
Can't go mixing foods like
Who
that.
is yelling outside? Did they find the kid?
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't think they did.
Oh no.
I don't think that's the kind
Oh,
of yelling
God.
you're hearing.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It's happening in Columbus, and I am like 30 minutes away from that city.
Oh, wow.
It's nowhere near me.
I've been to Columbus actually. It's quite nice.
It's not.
Well, I mean, but then again, I only been once. But yeah, you're right.
Ohio sucks.
Ohio-
I'd rather not be here.
Ohio does kind of suck. I'm sorry.
Pretty mid.
Don't say sorry. You're right.
Let's see
Yeah,
here. So
Don't apologize.
yeah, my mom says that she loves Columbus, but my mom.
We have a good pride community here.
That's
I'll
good.
give us that.
That's good at least.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one we have here is chicken fried steak.
Well,
That looks like
Wellington.
gravy on top.
Yes, it's covered in gravy.
Chicken fried steak always has gravy.
Yeah, chicken fried steak is usually it's beef steak fried in fried like a chicken with like like the chicken toppings like just like a buffalo wing, but it's also covered in gravy, white gravy.
It's a Wellington. It's also one of the most glorious meals you can have after a long day.
It kind of is after in a weird way. I've had a lot of chicken fried steak, and as a kid.
Fried steak's amazing. I grew up in the South where that was something I had once a week, and I never got tired of it.
Mm-hmm. Glorious.
So I'm gonna call it a sandwich. I think because
it's about on that. Well, chicken.
It's
fried
on that
steak is
line.
same sort of comfort
Yeah,
It's
food
not-
where
it's on the line between sandwich and Wellington.
It's riding on the line here because it's
If it
it's
didn't
not
have the
open.
gravy.
It's not open on either side. It's only covered in the gravy. So I would call that a Wellington.
But I'd say since it's covered in the gravy, that's another layer. So in this case, we'd put sandwich,
However,
probably.
the Chicago style deep dish.
Yeah. You're
And
right.
Does that mean
it's in that same
if
boat.
you think about it in comparison, it's probably not that different.
Yeah, but I think it's just funny to have the cheese under the sauce as a Wellington. It could go
Jesus,
either way.
sauce.
Under the sauce.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Hey, Patch, welcome to the stream, man.
Yes. Also, I have an ad starting in about 2 minutes. I want to rule it as a Wellington, but for sure it is also godlike.
Oh, yeah. Oh, do you have a godlike tab on yours?
I do.
Okay, Brox didn't add one,
Oh, okay.
so I was curious.
Brox, what are you doing, my man?
Perspective of this.
Oh, Brox is adding a row.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and add it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, under godlike, I have the cheesecake and chicken fried steak.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, so
You can't even see the word sin. Brox. Okay, there we go.
You never can.
No.
I can see 4 images of sin right now.
Uh-huh. What we have here next is chili with tortillas.
Oh, I thought that was jam. Jesus
That
Christ.
is a
It's
mixture.
still it is a soup.
It's a soup.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
That's
Because it's chili.
it's chili, it's
And
beans,
also,
it's mostly liquid.
Because chili is just.
I'm inclined to not agree with you, Gavin, because chili is very hit or miss.
It
So
can
now
It
that I-
be.
depends on who makes it.
Now that
It
I
depends
have
on who makes it.
Now that I have the godlike tier, I am moving caramel apples to godlike because I love them.
Oh, really?
Your own-
We also had the cheesecake and chicken fried steak. If you want to move those.
Oh, for the.
I don't have cheesecake much.
Oh, okay.
That's
Interesting.
fair.
Okay, fair enough. And honestly, haven't really had enough of what is it? What were you guys talking about earlier with never mind. But I haven't had enough caramel apples to consider that godlike, so I'm a little behind on that.
There's this
I don't
one.
like
Yeah,
caramel, so I cannot
A good
physically
caramel apple
put
is
an
good,
input.
but yeah, it's for me. It wouldn't be in the godlike tier.
Yeah. So
There's
next.
this one caramel apple place that is like somewhere here in California,
Mm-hmm.
and they make amazing caramel apples. Like seriously, there's one that's like Butterfingers.
Oh, really?
Literally, actually no, Snickers. It's topped off with Snickers stuff. It's like it's got like that chocolate stuff on top. It's drizzled. It's so good.
That reminds me. So I have a smoothie place that's right next to my house, and they also sell like protein cookies that are actually like like actual cookies, but they have like they're baked with like protein powder, and they're actually really good. But Fuzzy Hoodie, what about Tide Pods?
Tide Pods are a sin. And
Tide
that
Pods
kills
are-
a lot of people in my generation.
Oh my gosh.
Wellington.
Wait, people actually ate
Yes, people actually ate Tide
People,
Pods and
yes,
perished.
they did. Tide Pods are Wellingtons.
They also
Technically, yes, but do
They are-
not eat.
Do
Tide
not,
Pods.
do not do
not.
that,
They
please.
will kill you.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yes, do not.
I had a family member do it. Don't do it.
Also, we're gonna hang out and chat for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds because I have an ad playing. I'm
Why
sorry.
don't you check
Kinda
to see if I have an ad
cringe.
playing?
I'm sorry.
I'm subscribed. I don't have to. Oh wait, am I subscribed to you, Rune? I'm not. What is wrong with me?
Oh really? What? Oh.
Now I am.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Hey Rune.
I was expecting.
I
I was.
sit in and
Subscribe.
watch your streams every
Let's
so
go.
often whenever you're streaming. I have you on as background noise all the time.
Oh, thank you. I was almost expecting you to subscribe to me and then unsubscribe because I play ads.
Why would I do that? I mean,
Rune,
I'm
you were-
petty, but I'm not that petty.
I
Talk
have a lot of petty friends, come to think of it.
sells like protein cookies, and all I can think of is I know that there's more than one milkshake place in Ohio that sells like large, like I think it's 20-ounce milkshakes.
Mm-hmm.
They'll put a whole slice of cake on top of your cup.
Oh
They give you
wow.
a straw that you could actually like suck a grape through. It's
Yeah.
such a big hole in the straw. 'Cause
Oh
it's such a
Literally
thick
able to
drink with that cake.
wow.
Blend a slice of cake into the into the milkshake, and then give you an extra slice of like whatever flavor cake, or there's a couple that do cheesecake, or you get
And
5 or
Gavin.
6 cookies on your.
That does
It's
sound
not 20 ounce, it's 32 ounce.
I love grape.
Yeah, like
I do love grapes, so
They're-
that sounds awesome.
Honestly, me too.
I actually
They're
have
also divine. You take one sip and you're transported to heaven.
nice.
amazing.
I'm a big fan of frozen grapes, by the way. Oh, and it looks like Fuzzy is back. So oh Fuzz, no. So Fuzzy says so bleach is a soup.
No, bleach is
That's
death.
it's a sin. It's also
It's a
death.
sin. Because it's suicide.
Yes, just like the Tide Pods. Fuzzy,
Don't do
why?
any of that.
Please don't.
Only with your parents' permission.
No!
No!
Not even with that.
Oh man.
Absolutely not. Sorry, we're yelling.
Mom, not you too. Bleach is not a medicine. Mom?
I wish I could see your chat right now.
Oh my god, we are moving on. I am done with this conversation. You crazy people. Alright, so
List.
chili burger.
That is a sandwich.
That is a sandwich. It
Oh,
is
yeah,
a
it's a
liquidy sandwich. It's also really
It's kind of like a sloppy Joe.
Yes, it is. I love sloppy joes actually.
I haven't had those in a while.
I haven't
I
had
haven't
a
had those in 5 years.
I love sloppy Joe sandwiches.
yeah.
I have a recipe.
Do
Guess
I-
what? Why don't I make it?
Am I crazy for saying? Am I crazy for saying that I kind of miss the sloppy joe sandwiches from elementary school?
No.
No?
You are insane.
I am
Not crazy.
Oh,
Insane.
I am insane. Yes, I've
I had that
I
earlier this year.
I have put those together. Yes. Yeah, and
So-
Wait, they had those in school?
I did, yes.
Yes.
What? That's not fair.
Well, they were kind of mid-tier, the ones I had. But
All the bread
the
tasted
way
like
that
butter?
I do sloppy joes is a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
You take biscuit dough and
Oh.
you like wrap the meat of the sloppy joe after it's cooked in the biscuit
Uh-huh.
and then bake the biscuit
Ooh.
So like piggies in a
with
blanket,
butter
but
on
with
the inside, butter on the outside, and then you put a little bit
Ooh.
of garlic butter as well.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Ooh.
I
Not
learned that from my mama.
that is
You're making me hungry
fancy.
now.
Nothing better than mom's cooking. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
Oh, the
Not
yes.
my mom. It was my mima. My mama is what we
Nice.
called her.
Maybe-
She
Oh.
passed away several years ago.
Oh,
But
I
she
am
gave me a lot of good recipes, so I mean, good and
That's a win, at least. I don't know what this next. I believe is this a chimichanga? Hold on, let me. I'm checking my reference images over here.
Never
That
had
looks
one of
like
those.
it'd be a Wellington.
Yes, because this is actually more like yeah, because it's closed on both sides, wrapped in a tortilla, covered in cheese. Yeah, I would call. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I could find the actual thing on my list here. Come on, I gotta find it. It's pretty close. Chimichanga.
You guys remember that one video? That's what's wrong
Don't
with
tell
today.
me.
They didn't learn from mom how to cook. We're losing recipes.
I do not remember that video
I do not either.
Yes,
because I'm a youngin. I am the youngest one here.
I'll go ahead and just rule that as a chimichanga. We'll call it a Wellington. So I'll go ahead and put that here.
I'll agree
yeah.
with that.
Okay, so Sharky has a question. What would you consider chicken pot pie?
Chicken pot pie, that would be.
That's more of a soup. It's kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
a-
chaotic. However,
Mhm.
Marie Callender chicken pot pie, I'd say that's a Wellington.
But you have to poke them at the top. You have to let the air escape. You have to let the steam
Right.
escape. It's crust
In that
all.
case,
Also, Windex is also. Oh, come on, God, Fuzzy. Windex is also a soup. Bacon grease. Yeah, bacon grease is a soup. I would agree with that.
yes.
Bacon grease is really good to make biscuits with.
Bacon grease is if you're also doing vegan and well, technically you can't really use this for vegan dishes, but if you want to if you're trying to cut down more on like fats and stuff,
Ben says-
bacon grease
Ben
is
says
really good
bacon
for
grease, and then immediately says if you're trying to do vegan.
yeah. I do like bacon grease using bacon grease with tofu.
Bacon grease is pretty good when you're making a lot of breakfast foods too. If you mix it in, not like your traditional eggs and stuff, but like cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Mix a little bit of bacon grease in there. Gives it
Yeah.
a nice little, not a meaty taste, but it's more savory.
For sure.
Adds a good contrast to the sweet.
I tried
God, I'm fat.
I tried giving my mom tofu. She hates it.
Tofu is very hit or miss. I'm
It
not a
is
big
hit or-
fan of it, but I can see why people like it.
I like tofu, but it's a hard toy to play with, especially if you don't know what you're doing, and I learned that the hard
Word
way.
it like that. Don't word it like that. I don't like referring to tofu as a toy to play with.
Oh God.
Well, it's inedible.
It is. Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so we have cookies. This one is just a regular chocolate chip style cookie, but I figure most cookies can be classified very typically the same. Skill issue? Yeah, I'd agree with
I'd
Fuzzy.
say it's a soup.
I'd say it's a soup simply because the chocolate chips aren't typically in an orderly fashion. And there's nothing really there to define it as a sandwich.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I can go with that.
I am not. Says Fuzzy says get good cooked tofu well. Asians make good tofu very well. Well, I'm not Asian, so that's probably why I can't do that. That's probably why I suck at it. My pasty ass is bad at cooking most foods, honestly.
Two.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that too.
Yes. For sure. What would we call cookies again? I'm sorry, I kind of missed that.
I went soup.
Soup.
Soup?
It's the best.
Hmm.
For a plain old chocolate chip, it's the easiest because the chocolate chips aren't orderly. There's no really layers to it, and it's a solid chunk of carbs and stuff, so it's not really a Wellington.
I can't
You know what?
argue with
From
that.
from the right place, chocolate chip cookies for me are godlike.
Uh-huh.
Oh, if they are traditional, made with love in a, like, not store-bought,
Like
amazing.
homemade.
The best homemade cookies are where it's at.
Exactly.
Nice.
So what's this
Hello.
one here?
Hello, Patch. Okay, so next one. Hold on a second. Oop, oop, oop. So the next one is... This might be cursed, but hold on. Let me pull up my references again. Oh yes, it is cursed. Okay. This is chocolate milk mashed potatoes.
Sin.
Huh?
And
I've also had it before because I got desperate as well. It's not too bad. It's just very off-putting.
There's something. There is some. Oh god, yes, definitely sin. But I would rule it as a soup
Yeah,
by itself.
probably.
Yes.
By itself.
Yeah, definitely.
What is wrong with these Americans?
I don't recommend having it, but if you are desperate, it is edible and it's not too bad.
Oh my god, I didn't come
grew
up.
up in- hey,
Fuzzy, I did not come
One
up with
thing you
these.
don't wanna
I
hear when you're one
I-
thing you don't want to hear when you're trying to enjoy food.
I
It's
can't.
edible.
Yeah, Fuzzy, I didn't come up with these. I just found them laying in the ether of the internet.
well,
Like-
Brox,
You were just laying there in gutter. I wanted to give them new life.
Yes.
Brox, I grew up in poverty, so I had limited options with certain foods. Hence, chocolate mash.
Have you ever
Alright.
had cinnamon sugar microwaved on top of toast though?
I have
No,
actually.
I just had a piece of white bread with
Oh my
sugar.
god, I've had that when I've had that plenty of times when I've been sick.
Welcome to being poor, where you
Yes!
can't afford butter because butter implies money.
Exactly.
When you're so poor, you're not just poor, you're po. You can't
Yeah,
even afford the
you can't
OR
even
at
fully
the end.
spell it.
It can be free though.
All right, so this next one is I don't know if you've I've never had this chop suey. Chop suey. Like
Never
Wake
heard
up!
of.
Wake up.
I'm sorry. Chop suey is pretty good. That is more of a soup, in my opinion.
yeah,
It's
It-
also a really good song by System of a Down.
it is
Oh,
actually. I've
go
heard
ahead and
that.
do it, thank you.
I already did it when I yelled, "Wake
You
up!"
want to.
Yeah,
Wake
I've,
up!
That's what I was.
Grab a brush and put on a little, or put a little makeup.
nice.
Hide the scars to fade away the shake up. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to.
Why'd you leave the kids up on the table? You wanted to.
So next one, okay, this one should be really easy. This one is just a club sandwich.
It's straight up.
That is a sandwich.
That is
a
a-
sandwich.
Club sandwich is a sandwich. Are you
Why
sure
is
it's
it
not
a soup, Watcher?
It is an amalgamation. It is a lot of
It's a sandwich.
It's a
yes.
sandwich. It's layered.
I will die on this hill.
Yes. Coleslaw.
The Hilmus.
Absolutely disgusting. Throw it in the trash. Sin.
Ah!
It's also a soup.
I think they're called soup. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
Just let off fireworks.
I'm gonna say something crazy. I actually kind of like coleslaw.
I don't like it because of the ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm also a texture eater,
Mm-hmm.
so certain things just don't mash well with my palate, and coleslaw just happens to be one of them.
I would definitely call it a soup then. Also, Fuzzy sent me a really nice braised tofu recipe, which I will show here. Which looks amazing. I love this.
That actually looks pretty good. I might make that.
Yeah, that looks
Just to
bomb.
test it.
Oh yeah, I definitely love the green onions there and the soy sauce. That looks amazing. Hell yeah.
I do want to ask a question to you guys before we go to the next food, because it looks like it's just corn on the cob.
Yeah?
I need to know one of your, your favorite but weirdest food combination.
Ooh, I gotta think on this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stay quiet on this one.
Mm.
Oh man, tell me.
Oh yeah. Also, I just wanna point out before I say my thing. It's not. It's. It's not related to what my favorite is, but I just want to say that Grim cannot physically hear a certain
Actually,
sauce.
Brox, I have trained myself and I've fixed it. You can
call
say
it
ranch. You can
ranch.
say ranch. I fixed it.
Awesome.
Have you ever
But
tried?
anyways, yeah, that's not that was off topic from what I was thinking.
Have you ever tried butter on a Pop Tart?
Yes.
What?
Have you ever put butter on a Pop Tart?
Butter
It's
on a
so
Pop-Tart.
freaking good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop?
It is that is legit.
And I think you
No,
should.
it's pretty good. You toast it, then you put some butter on it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have never done that in my life.
Now,
Let's see here. So
how do you prepare your Pop Tarts? Because there's a correct way.
there is a.
Seen it?
Am I
There's
am
a
I the
correct
wrong
way?
person for saying I just raw dog it just straight out of the package into my belly?
So I have a few. I do have a few cursed ones here in the chat. So
How bad could it be?
so Fuzzy Hoodie says her weirdest food combination is strawberry cake and kimchi. And let's see here.
Write that down. I need to try that.
Oh yeah. Let's see
I'm
here.
legitimately writing this down. I'll actually try this.
Nice. I haven't had kimchi that often, but I'd say I'd try that at least once. Usually I have a rule for trying everything at least once.
That's the same here.
Yes.
I give it a try.
There's also okay. I have another one. So Patch says his favorite combination is Valentina hot sauce and cheese balls.
That's actually pretty good. I've had hot
Yeah.
sauce
Have
with
you
cheese balls,
ever-
but not that specific type.
Have you ever had a dill pickle with Tabasco sauce?
Yes.
No.
No.
I love it. Every time I go to a Renaissance fair, I have to go to the pickle man, grab a pickle for $1, and then he'll give me Tabasco sauce. Like he'll dip the whole damn thing, in Tabasco sauce. I'm
There was
sorry.
one time I had eggs over. There was one time I had syrup over scrambled eggs.
Yes.
That's not too bad. That's breakfast foods. They typically mix well.
Yeah.
Go to the pickle man. That is a sentence I didn't expect to hear today.
Oh.
You know that one meme, just Big Papa Pickle.
Oh. Yes.
No, don't bring that up. in
Yes,
my
Fuzzy.
head. I
Deep
just
fried
wanna
pickles
know.
with hot sauce. Dude, I love deep fried pickles
Big
with hot
Papa
sauce. Those are so good.
Butter people.
Colin, why don't you tell
Butter
them your
people.
hot take?
Mom's favorite. If we're talking about Renaissance Fair, her favorite are Scotch eggs.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had a Scotch egg?
No.
Yes.
They are really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gavin, what were you gonna say?
So why don't you say your hot take about deep fried pickles?
What do I say?
I don't have a hot take about deep fried pickles. What do you mean?
I had fried
Yes,
zucchini
you
before.
do. This man,
No, I
Fried
don't.
zucchini's
this man
good.
will literally have an entire spattering of like barbecue feuds. But the one thing he will do is he will take the perfectly good hot fried pickles and he will
Let's see
put them
here.
in the
There's also
fridge. He says they're better cold.
I've also got let's see here.
Oh.
Fuzzy also says fried ice cream cake with kimchi. I love ice cream cake, but I've never tried kimchi with it.
Never.
I have a very interesting food combination,
Yes.
and it's my favorite.
Mhm.
I love vanilla ice cream,
Yeah.
not vanilla bean, not
Okay.
it has to be the artificial vanilla
Uh-huh.
ice cream, and soy sauce.
What?
What?
That actually.
So you basically
So-
had soy vanilla affogato.
Wow.
What did you call me?
Soy vanilla. He's a soy vanilla. Oh, God.
An affogato, known in full in Italian as affogato al cafe, is an Italian dessert comprising a scoop of plain milk-flavored or vanilla gelato or ice cream, topped with hot espresso.
Soy vanilla AF.
So it's just that, but with soy sauce. I just
Yes.
mix it together and make it into like a one combination kind of thing and just eat it with a spoon.
Oh my
Nice.
god. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were just pulling stuff out of your butt, Mr. Brox. I was not expecting.
an-
That is an
That's
actual thing.
That, oh my gosh.
That is a. Oh my god.
I was just mixing words, man.
Dang, dude.
So corn, am I right?
That is a soup. Actually, no. That is a
Corn.
What?
Yeah.
Corn is a sandwich at best. Actually, a corn is a popsicle.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Corn.
a popsicle is a soup.
Corn on the cob. Without. Yeah. After you shuck the corn, I think that's technically a sandwich.
That is true. Yes.
After you shuck the corn and then boil it.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, if it's on the
Well,
cob, it's a sandwich. If it
Yes,
is
we can
just, you know,
classify it
that
as
bad.
sandwich, but here's the thing. A sandwich typically has edible stuff in the middle,
Uh huh.
correct?
That is
You
true.
can
You
eat the
can't
middle of a
use,
corn cob.
but you're not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
The center of a corn cob center is not supposed to be eaten as food. It's not its
See,
purpose.
Right.
If you think about it,
Okay.
if you think about it, corn on the cob is technically like the bloomin' onion. They're kind of like, well, they're usually seeds
Yeah.
inside of corn,
Mm-hmm.
and you
True.
can literally pick off each corn kernel. So it's like the bloomin' onion. It's a Wellington.
I'm gonna say it's a
Yeah,
soup.
Brock's well,
Simply because the little nodes on the corn cob are technically not connected in a way with other kernels, since you can pick them apart without damaging another kernel.
Oh, I don't know because
I'd say for the
they all
sake
start
of
out on the
argument, it
they,
need to be a soup.
I
I'm
don't
gonna say
I
it's a
don't
Wellington.
I don't agree that it's a Wellington, but it does to me it makes the most sense as a sandwich because it all the kernels begin they all come from the same mass, from the same stalk. Even though you can detach them, I don't think that's. I think it's really more of a sandwich because it's only one layer, and it's not really covered in anything. I mean, you can smother it in butter, but it's not. Butter is not really. It's not. That's really more like a condiment at that point. It's not really like a covering.
yeah, salt and butter. Now, if it's Mexican street corn, that's the
Whiskey's
one.
ketchup.
It's ketchup.
I think this is probably the first item that we have divided answers.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna I'm gonna stay convinced on soup simply because with the sake of Brock's bringing up how it's like a bloomin' onion, a bloomin' onion, when you rip one piece off, it damages another, meaning it's connected. But if you rip
Yeah.
off a kernel, it doesn't damage another kernel, meaning they are completely separate. So I would say that it's a soup since it's not really sandwich wise, as it's only just the kernels that are edible,
That is true.
like should be eaten. So
If it were-
I just say it's a very organized soup.
Here's my justification. If it were if the kernels themselves were separated, like the same way that you'd probably prepare like a soup, with like corn bits and stuff like that, then it would be a soup. But since they're all sharing the same mass, that would make it a sandwich.
I see your
Although
side, but
rock hard
I'm not going to be
rock hard
convinced
that.
that it wouldn't be considered a soup.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you guys like feel and think with the corn on the cob and everything.
Yeah.
I still have my opinion that it's a Wellington though.
Ooh.
And I think that's just how we're going to have to stick it.
Some people are built different, and it seems that we are at an impasse.
So we go
I've
to the
heard that
next
before.
one.
Next one. This one is actually cornbread.
Cornbread.
Soup.
All right. What?
Have you never had cornbread?
No, I've had cornbread. I'm from the
I
South. It's a
haven't.
sin to not have cornbread.
Exactly.
I never.
It's
had
it's
Uh,
it's cornbread baked in a cast iron.
it is.
Yes.
If you want correct cornbread, yes.
Yeah. I think that's the only way.
I'd say it's a Wellington.
I had a feeling you were gonna say Wellington. I was like,
Yeah.
let's hear what the bread expert has to say.
It's not liquid.
How about the southern guy
Yeah.
who loves cornbread?
It's not
The
liquid
South-
enough to be
South
soup.
boy.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, but
partial.
and
Most of my
nice and
family's
good
from the south,
bread,
but
you'll
yeah.
have nice actual full corn.
Yeah, I would call that a Wellington technically, since it's a
Yeah,
solid and
Gavin,
it's a single
what you're
layer.
saying is not proper cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
Cornbread does not have kernels in it
No, that is
At all.
not. No, it's
because it's not actual corn.
It's
It's corn meal.
yeah.
I've had it a multitude of different ways. So yeah.
Well, if you want proper cornbread, it's cornmeal. There's
Real-
no actual corn.
Yeah, like it's
Exactly.
it's to me that'd be like calling a California roll Japanese food, and technically that's not, or chop suey is Chinese food. Like that'd be like saying that, but that's not. It's technically not. It's actually like those things were made in America, but they're based off of they
Like
did
French
came from.
fries.
Yeah, exactly.
Brox, why'd you search up cornmeal?
Yes.
Because I wanted to see what it was, and I actually saw it. It was meal ground from dried corn. So
Exactly,
it is
it's not
flour
actual
made
kernels.
from corn.
Yeah,
And
but it's not the kernels.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's the ground. It's corn ground up, making a corn meal.
Right.
Yes.
So next one here, if we're moving on, the next one we
Yes.
have here is a corn dog.
Wellington.
Wellington.
Wellington, totally agree. What do we got here? Yeah, not even gonna debate that. Okay, so next one is a crab cake.
Oh, crab cake.
So basically, it's
It's in Wellington.
I think you're right because it's you have the crab meat baked inside of basically like a muffin or a biscuits like substance.
Yeah.
It's closer to a Wellington than the other two options.
I think you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
It's basically a hush puppy that just happens to have crab in it.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
a hush
But
crab.
sometimes the crab can
It's
be
a
on
hush
the
crab,
the
yeah.
surface. Sometimes the crab's not typically evenly distributed, but it is nowhere near a soup, and it's a solid mass without any other layers, so it's not a
Mhm.
sandwich. It's
Right.
closer to a Wellington. Also, god tier.
It is. I will.
I love crab cakes.
I do too.
I don't really like them as much.
I do too.
That's fine.
Oh my gosh, yes, but oh, y'all don't know what y'all missing. But what we got here next is a crawfish etouffee.
That looks like a soup.
I believe
It's like a stew.
it is a stew, and we do have other stews.
It'll be
in-
a soup. I want crawfish now.
oh my gosh, there's a lot here that I really want. Oh my god,
Ah, dude, all of a sudden I want calamari rings.
right? Oh my gosh.
You guys made me so hungry. I had to go and get more dinner. So I have someone sitting next to me that I'm periodically just eating.
I've
Right?
been
about
snacking
to
on my
eat another
Subway
Rice
sandwich the
Krispie
whole
treat.
time.
I've just
Even
been
after Rice Krispie incident 2018.
I've been drinking tea and snacking on chocolate covered coffee beans.
Oh, those are good.
Oh,
Well, I've got the
Dude.
biggest mixer. I've
Dude.
got
Indeed.
Just living the high life.
I am
Have that
spoiled
chocolate.
rotten. But yeah, in any case, what are next? What is this guy here?
That looks like creme brulee. No,
It's-
not
it's-
creme brulee. Creme brulee is something else.
This is curry.
Oh, that is a
that's
soup.
a soup. That's a soup.
Mm-hmm.
Curry's a sandwich. Curry is a soup.
It is. That's right. You did say that. Curry is a soup.
I mean, there are some we can argue, but if you mention them in the video as something specific, it's kind of we can't really fight it.
So this is Detroit style pizza. It's baked in a square pan.
Oh,
It's still a sandwich.
I would have to agree. This one is also a sandwich.
Yeah, sandwich.
yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing
It's
really.
layered.
It's layered. Yeah, exactly. The next one after this, dim sum.
That sounds.
I've
I know
never
it.
had dim
I've
sum,
heard
so
it.
I don't know what it is.
I've heard it before. I don't know what it is though.
I've had it once, but only once. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to look this up. I am way too pasty. Hang on for.
It looks like
I said
dumplings
sun.
of some form, so I would
Sweet
say
mercy.
Wellington.
Okay.
Large range of small Chinese dishes that are traditionally enjoyed in restaurants for brunch.
Uh-huh.
It's what now?
Looks like a collage of a bunch of stuff.
Yes, and
Oh,
not
dim
very
sum is
specific.
all the separate things. Ooh.
So it's like a buffet.
yeah.
So dim sum is all three.
Oh, really?
Dim sum is all three.
Yeah,
Weird.
Oh man.
Hold on.
because it's a wide range of Chinese dishes.
Because it's a wide so I do know what dim sum is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wide range of different things. Like, there you got things that could be classified as soups, things that could be classified as Wellington.
It's-
Dim sum is all three.
Oh man.
Yeah, dim sum is probably. It sounds like it's their word for like brunch. So it's just smaller portions of a lot of different foods.
Okay.
You know what? It's gonna go in godlike.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Fair
It's
enough.
still incredible. When
I mean,
when
it's
I
got a
had-
lot of good food in it. Let's be honest.
Yes. Let's see here. Sharky says it's a type of charcuterie. Charcuterie. Am I saying that right?
Charcuterie board.
Kind of. Yeah, it's a charcuterie.
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I said it wrong.
Okay.
Cheese board.
It's charcuterie.
Okay, so next.
What was that laugh?
What was that sound? You sound like a witch that dipped their toe in boiling water. And
Don't make fun of it.
Pull it back out. Shakira when the water's too hot.
Alright,
No.
is Steve a soup, sandwich, or Wellington?
Steve is a Wellington.
Why?
The
'Cause he's a person.
donut is godlike. Yeah, we're
Yes.
talking about
It
the person. At the
is.
moment. The person is a Wellington.
Wellington.
Yes, the
person is the Wellington.
The person is the Wellington, but we're talking about the donuts here.
The donut is godlike.
Are we
Yes.
sure?
I'd say that
They're both
I don't know what the
sandwich.
donut would be.
I would call it a sandwich.
But what about donuts without topping?
Oh, wait.
Wellington.
Wellington also. Same goes for jelly-filled donuts. So donuts that have like a jelly filling or a cream filling, I would call that a Wellington.
It's a jelly.
So it's probably a cross between Wellington and sandwich.
AKA
But they're not.
godlike.
But they're not open. But
Yeah.
it's not open on either side. Like generally,
However, there are some that have a glaze, which adds another layer to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say glazed donuts, that not like fully glazed, but just like a dip. Those would be considered sandwiches.
Yeah.
Everything else would be considered a Wellington.
I believe you're right. Only because some some are not fully enclosed. So I think you have a
And then a
point
box
there.
of Timbits is a soup.
Yes, Timbits. Yeah, donut holes are soup.
Colin, the type of Timbits you get.
What's that one quote? What's that one quote
I
from
get
Kit?
this. Assorted.
You like the. Yeah, you do get assorted.
The philosopher Basho once said that a flute with no hole is not a flute, and a donut with no hole is a Danish. Smart guy. No.
I got that as one. I
Ever-
heard that.
Have you ever seen Caddyshack?
Be the ball. No.
Not.
It's so good. All right.
Threw an empty gallon of tea a while ago. Where did it go?
So the next one we have here.
How did it get? Okay.
I think we might have already said that. We might have already brought this one up, but dumplings, would that be a Wellington?
That is a Wellington. We did bring that up.
I think
It
we
is a
did.
Wellington.
We all kind of agreed on that.
Yes. Next one we had eggs Benedict.
That looks like a sandwich.
Exotic butters.
I think you're right. Yeah, eggs Benedict.
Exotic butters.
Yeah, because when you cook the egg, it becomes into it stops it.
The egg does what now?
Let's see here. When you cook,
It runs.
It runs. Yes. So
It runs. Okay.
Yeah. So sandwich. Or,
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude, eggs Benedicts are really good for brunch.
Nice. I don't usually have eggs Benedict, but yeah, I prefer my
Me
eggs
neither,
scrambled.
honestly.
I've never really had this. What's egg sardu? Or sardu?
Huh?
Hang on. Eggs
Eggs are dude.
sardu. S-A-R.
Eggs are dudes.
Eggs,
Eggs are due. When are they due?
Sardo.
egg sardo. Okay, it's Louisiana Creole. I've never had this before. Eggs sardo.
Escargot.
It's a Louisiana Creole cuisine dish made with poached eggs, artichoke bottoms, creamed spinach, and hollandaise sauce.
Oh,
That is a
God
soup.
tier.
Looks like a
That
soup.
sounds god tier.
Soup.
I'd
It
almost
sounds
yeah, I
delicious, but yeah, that is also a soup.
yeah, definitely soup. It's an amalgamation of ingredients.
I haven't eaten it, so I can't say if it's godlike or not. So
It's
I'm gonna
Just
classify it as
dude, just the sound of it sounds god tier.
It does actually. Actually, you know what? I haven't even had this, but I'm going to put this into god tier.
I'm gonna write that in my list to try.
Yeah. So
I've written down like 3 things so far.
nice. Sharky's asked, "What about fried? What would you rule fried green tomatoes?" Because we ruled
Wellington.
tomatoes as a soup earlier, I think.
fried green tomatoes.
Wellington.
Yeah, we
Once they're fried, they have an outer crust. They become a Wellington.
Yeah, definitely Wellington.
That's true. Yes.
Speaking of, our next one is French toast.
Dad.
Can we all agree? French toast. Yes. French toast. God tier.
God tier. Not gonna argue.
Yes. Yes.
No argument.
Okay.
Oh, dude, my combination for making French toast: eggs, milk, sugar, imitation vanilla. Mix it all. You put butter on the pan. Each time you flip it.
Oh.
Why imitation vanilla?
Well, not imitation vanilla. Vanilla extract.
I'm about to say like.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a strange way to phrase. Yeah, but vanilla
I knew
extract.
what he
Yeah,
meant. Am I the only one who knew what he meant when he said that?
I did
And
not.
thank you for that, dude. Thank you for understanding.
You're
me.
welcome. I'm about to say I know what that is because that's sometimes how I refer to it.
Oh my god.
Because I feel like
Vanilla
true
extract
vanilla is
is
the
literally
actual
just-
beans themselves.
I think you're. Yes, that's a
But
good
vanilla
point.
extract is literally just vanilla beans that have been steeped in liquor.
Little
Yes,
beaver butt.
Yeah, and it's something that you cannot just dab on your tongue.
you're
as
right.
It will make you want to commit
To
die.
die.
It is very
It's
strong.
so bad.
Just,
Uh-huh.
just
On
drop in your
its
tongue.
own.
You're just like, oh.
Yeah.
That's why I usually only tell you, like,
So,
add a spoon or a couple teaspoons.
But yeah, definitely god tier. But would you rule it as
Oh,
a
yeah.
sandwich or a Wellington?
I
say-
want to rule it as a sandwich just because of
It
how
is a
I
sandwich
eat it.
because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call it a
any
Wellington.
way you make it, it usually is in layers.
Right. Okay, so this one actually, this was a mistake on my part because we had buffalo wings earlier, but this one is just fried chicken.
Wellington.
Yeah, definitely
Wellington.
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 And technically, fried chicken and wings are different.
They are
Yes.
different in their own way. Yes.
Well,
Fried
one has
chicken-
bones, one
fried
doesn't.
chicken is-
Yes, you're right.
It's also a different part of the
usually
body.
crispy.
That's
You're
called
right.
boneless wings.
That's true. All right, so next
You
Well,
one.
can
still-
have boneless wings.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we gotta stop doing. We gotta stop. So yeah, fried green tomatoes. That's definitely a Wellington.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I didn't realize we had that in the list already. So yeah, fried green tomatoes. That was literally
That's
next on the
fine.
list.
That was the next one.
Hey, we,
That was
we end
okay.
up talking about. Yeah.
So-
we can take viewer requests and go off on tangents.
Exactly. Yeah. What would you
That
call?
sounds fun.
So yeah, exactly. Next one is fried okra.
Huh.
Wellington.
I've never had
Huh.
okra. I don't
Oh.
think.
God,
What?
What?
I'll
Oh,
look that up.
You've never had okra?
my man. What? Oh my god. This man
Go
is.
to Golden Corral.
This man is suffering. You need help. You need.
All right, everyone. I think if we get enough money together, we can go to where Brox is.
Everybody-
and force him to have okra.
We need to start a kick. We need to start a Ko-fi for our friend Brox Basher, so he can have
Ko-fi.
We need
fried
to
okra.
rob Fort Knox. Wait, I can't say that live, can I? In game. In game.
What was your reasoning for robbing
Fort Knock on
I
wood.
wanted to make
I wanted to make my friend have okra.
In GTA.
fried okra. I got lost along
In
the way,
Minecraft.
now I-
In Minecraft.
My mother-in-law made the best fried okra. I agree with that.
Dude,
Yes, my
fried okra is... Pickled
It's
okra is
godlike.
also pretty good, too.
I think we can agree, both of us. Fried okra is god tier, but
Yes,
also a
100%.
Wellington.
From your sound
Yes,
of the,
Wellington.
from what you guys are saying, I'm gonna classify it as that.
For
Gotta try
sure.
it
Dude,
out
it's
sometime.
so good.
Yes, you have to.
You gotta have it with steak.
Uh-huh.
Like that. Oh,
Yeah.
go
It's
to
like-
a Cracker Barrel, and
Mhm.
they have
Yeah, go
fried
to
okra.
Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
and they have it
I don't
as
think
a
we have one near here. We have Texas Roadhouse though.
I don't think
They
they have
don't have
okra.
it.
I'm not sure if they have that either, but Golden Corral and
Oh yeah, Golden Corral as well.
yeah, Golden Corral and yeah, and the other one, yes, and
I think I've been
Cracker
to a
Barrel.
Golden Corral actually. I don't remember
Cracker Barrel.
having the fried okra there though.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, fried okra is where it's at.
It is.
All right.
Next one, Frito pie.
Huh?
Frito
Frito pie?
pie. Yes.
There's,
Frito pie?
I
Like the
don't know what
chips?
that is.
Yes, like Fritos.
So it's like taco? Like, is it like a taco thing?
It looks like in my opinion, it looks like a soup. It's basically like chili, but mixed in
Wait,
with
Gavin knows what it is.
yeah.
it's layers of Frito chips mixed with usually canned chili.
Yes.
Usually.
So it's technically
And
a
it's
sandwich.
Just
No.
layered.
I'd call
if
it's
it's-
it's a
has
soup.
layers. It's like a lasagna almost.
It's basically
Like-
a mixture. It's soup.
It's a soup sandwich kind of thing.
Yeah. It's it has layers, but it's too much of an amount. Here's my
It's too
argument.
chaotic to be. It's too chaotic to be a sandwich, but it's too layered to be a soup.
Yes. Exactly.
We have a building
Also,
as
I
the
think
next on the
some
list.
people call-
A build. Oh, this one.
Building.
from what
This is
Brock was looking at,
this is
Here's the
fudge.
second fork.
I don't know why it's okay. I don't know why it came up as a building, but it's okay. It's supposed to be like a tower
Oh, it's a
of
wedding cake.
like a wedding. It's okay, but this it's a wedding cake
It's
of
a tower?
fudge. Yes, it's a tower of fudge.
Fudge. So it's just chocolate fudge.
Yes.
Wellington.
fudge is a Wellington. Wellington would be the best way to describe it because
It's not layered. It's definitely not a soup, but it also doesn't have an outer layer.
Huh.
Well, if
I-
you don't, if you don't get, like,
Wellington is the
multi-flavored
closest.
fudge,
It
you don't get,
is.
like,
It's too solid. Yes, you're right. It's too solid.
Too solid.
if you get peanut butter chocolate fudge, it'll have like different colored layers because it's the two different flavors. But
Yes, but it's still
plain
one solid
chocolate.
block.
Yeah, for sure.
It is physically one piece.
Yeah.
The One Piece is real.
One is.
By the way, Watcher, don't think I
Well,
didn't notice your message. You prefer boneless watermelon?
Yeah, boneless watermelon's pretty good. I like my pineapple with bones.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well,
Boneless
from-
pineapple is
from
just
how-
so 2022.
It is.
From how Brock's
really
pulled up
is.
Frito pie, I can see where the disconnect is because how he pulled it up, it looks like a walking taco.
Yeah, I saw.
So it's like it's actually in the bag of Fritos. So yeah,
Yeah.
in that situation, it is soup. But traditional Frito pie, where it's like Wolf brand or Hormel brand chili and just straight Fritos, would be layered like a sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll,
So
I'll
it just
change
depends
that
on how
rating
you
then.
have it.
That checks out.
Yeah,
Yes.
It depends on what version you have it with.
Yeah. So we're ruling this one as a soup in this case, or no? Wait. Did
A
we?
sandwich
would
in
be-
this
A
case.
sandwich in this case, yes, because it actually is just in the in the way that it's just arranged. Because we kind of like the cake, with with certain stipulations of this specific image. But okay, moving on. This next one is
How do
funnel.
you do cartilage is where it's at.
Did you say funnel cake?
Funnel cake. Yes, it's funnel cake.
Oh, okay. So I typically get funnel cake where it's the funnel cake and then powdered sugar.
I do the same.
I'd say that would be a Wellington simply because it's typically one consistent piece.
Yes.
If you're lucky enough. But it's
I-
also too chaotic to be a sandwich, even
Yeah.
if it is separate, and it's not a soup.
The
Are you talking
image.
about the thing that looks like a cake or the thing that looks like kettle corn?
No, funnel cake. Funnel cake is like when you take cake batter, like pancake batter and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and you put it in a funnel, hence why it's called funnel cake, fun fact, and you deep fry it, like kind of doing squiggly lines. It's what you get at fairs.
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good too. Like if you're ever at like just a normal fair, Look for the funnel cake food truck, because that's where they have a lot of the good sweets.
I think they might have those at the Renaissance Fair. I think.
Maybe.
I believe.
I've heard of some being at Renaissance fairs, but not at all of them.
Yes. I want to rule this as a sandwich.
I'd say it just depends on how you get it when it's served to you.
True.
Because sometimes it can be a really big, consistent piece, and then sometimes it can be several smaller pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've had it served to me. Generally, I've had it served to me as like a solid piece, and then you need to cut it with you'd have to try to cut it with the plastic fork that they give you.
I want to say it's a
Are you
Wellington
thinking of funnel
because it's
cake, or are you
deep fried with a
thinking of
crust.
Yeah, I kind of want to say Wellington too.
Maybe you're
Simply
right.
just because of the
Elephant
way
ear is
it's made.
flat, funnel
Yeah.
cake is,
Yeah.
like, more
Yeah,
stringy.
I think you're right. Yes. This next one is okay, so this one is German chocolate cake. Now, here's the thing.
That is a Wellington.
Black Forest cake?
German chocolate cake. I guess you could...
Black Forest cake.
Yeah,
Like, technically,
yeah,
yes.
German chocolate and Black Forest are the exact
They are
same
one and the
thing.
same. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Black Forest is in Germany. Okay, that checks out. Yes, so I would call this one a
Black Forest cake is chocolate cake flavored usually with cherries.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
know, it's
like
really
the
good.
the cake
That's a
we
Wellington. In this image, it's a Wellington.
Yes, but in the image that
Because
we
it's not
had
cut.
before, because this one has not been defiled by a steel knife.
It has not been defiled.
Yes.
It's a cake, Brox, not a pie. That's the exact image, Brox.
I had to look it up because I knew that it wasn't actually German cake. It was an English cake made by someone whose last name was
Yes,
German.
whose last name is German.
So that is a Wellington.
And It's
Yes.
technically called like German forest cake,
Yeah.
not Black
Oh.
Forest cake.
Yeah.
I actually, when I was in high school doing I took German class as my language. I was also part of something called German Club, which was like our home ec.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And we got to make German foods, and we made a German forest cake, and it was amazing.
That does sound. That
And
does
that's
sound
where
amazing.
I started my baking.
Oh, nice.
I love, this is a tangent, but I love how when Devil's Food Cake was made, it literally got its name because it was a very decadent chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
It just like,
I think
so
there's a
decadent,
limit
it
to
was made by the devil.
there. I think that there is a good limit for chocolate and cake that makes it inedible. Like it makes it way too rich,
Yeah. Because
where you can only have like 1 to 2 bites before you're done. Like you can't even
That's
have a
basic,
slice.
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's just like
That's about
not
what
even like a
counts
full
as
slice.
Devil's
You just
Food Cake is.
you can just
Yeah.
take like like one bite and you're like, I'm done.
It's like
Yeah,
it's
it's
too
so-
rich.
it's so-
way too much for your palate.
yeah, it's so much. It's
It's-
so much
yeah, it's
sugar and so much sweets. It
ordinarily
just
sweet
it just
chocolate.
fills you up, and then you just end up with a stomach ache. Yeah.
But it still tastes so good.
It's so good though.
You just
Yeah.
can't eat more because it'll
It'll
screw up your system.
Yeah. So the next one is this is goulash.
That's a soup.
So,
Yeah, straight up soup. Yeah. So next one after that, grilled cheese.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yeah, very.
Now, do you eat your grilled cheeses
sandwich.
with tomato soup or without?
Without.
I typically without,
Okay.
I have it
But
with tomato
have
soup.
you-
but I have done it. It's amazing.
Exactly. I'd say grilled cheese on its own is not god tier.
Yeah.
But once you mix it with tomato soup,
Yes. Have you ever had grilled cheese with cooked tomatoes, like tomato slices?
no, but I put ham in my grilled cheese.
that also is really
Ooh.
good.
That's where it's
Have
at.
you ever had grilled cheese with like grape jelly on it?
Grape jelly.
No, but I've heard it's good.
Do go on. I have not. This sounds like something that shouldn't be good, but sounds amazing.
It's better if you don't mix it with, like, if you eat just the tomato soup on the side and don't dip it into it, it's better
Mm-hmm.
if you put the grape jelly on it, but it is actually very good. It cuts through the richness of the cheese.
Aha. That's
Hmm.
Let me
interesting.
write that on the list, Gavin. Gavin
Oh.
will have that next time we meet up.
It
Grilled cheese with grape jelly.
That
Well,
sounds.
grape jelly, strawberry jelly.
It sounds
whatever
cursed, but
jelly
somehow
you
it sounds amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
it's
cool,
whatever
James.
jelly
Welcome to the stream.
you prefer. Because
Nice.
I've always had it with grape.
So next one is this next one is called this is grits.
Grits is a soup, and
That's a
grits
soup.
is phenomenal as a breakfast food.
It's definitely a soup, but I am not too crazy about grits.
It's like mashed potatoes before mashed
Grits-
potatoes were a thing.
Yes.
Grits are a
Well,
very
have you-
acquired taste. Not everyone likes them. You kind of have to be raised on them to really like them,
My
from what my
Oh,
experience.
my mom
Tried
my
grits.
mom loves grits.
Yes, Gavin, I've tried sweet grits. They're pretty freaking good.
Mom says that she loves grits with roasted corn.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Colin, I think I took a different way that my mom has sweet grits that you said you were going to try. She
Mm-hmm.
puts maple syrup and a little bit of sugar in hers.
No,
Yeah,
nice.
and I tried them. It's really good. I actually
Mhm.
substituted the maple syrup for cane syrup because I love cane syrup way more. Because I was raised on down where I live, there was a sugar cane farm, and we were raised on like chewing the sugar cane and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But that holds
Well, my mom-
something dear to my heart.
Okay,
For
actually,
sure.
My mom
here's a
normally
question.
doesn't like maple syrup because we'll go to Cracker Barrel and she'll get the little bottles of it. So.
All right, what was it, Brox?
Just like a random question. Who here has been to Raising Cane's?
I have.
Never.
Okay,
Never have.
I have a
worked,
thing
like,
with Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Raising Cane's annoys me. You have to eat their food with the sauce. Have to. It's bland.
That
It
is
is
true.
bland.
It's intentionally bland because they know that. They're counting on that.
Exactly. The sauce is amazing. I love the sauce.
I have
I
an-
hate the
great.
fact that I have to eat the food with the sauce.
I have another cursed foods that I actually really like with two weird combinations that you probably would think were not good. Have you ever tried apple pie with a slice of thin cheddar cheese?
I haven't had it with
I have-
cheese, but I've had it with ham.
Like not with
I've
yeah,
heard
with,
so much about that, but I've never personally tried it.
it's interesting because okay, if with like a really thin slice of sharp cheddar cheese and a hot slice of apple pie, like right out of the oven, god tier.
So it it adds a savoriness to the sweetness.
It adds a savoriness to the sweetness, like a sharp savoriness next to the sweet flavor of the apple pie, and it's like a
Which is
cinnamon.
like the exact opposite of what adding like jam to a grilled cheese does. Is it adds
Exactly.
sweetness and savoriness.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
if we're on this. Oops, sorry.
it's like a contrast to the sweetness. It adds a little bit of savoriness plus a little bit of bitterness with that sharp cheddar. It's a little bit of a smoky flavor as well.
All right. Well, since we're talking about adding sweetness to savory and adding savory to sweet, I need to know you guys' opinion on pineapple on pizza and why you like it and why you don't like it, if whatever case fits you.
Because I like that the sweetness cuts into like the cheese and everything. But it also tastes
It
really
needs to
good when
be
it's
on
like
the right
Hawaiian
pizza.
pizza.
Yeah.
It's basically ham and pineapple. And I love
Yeah, ham, pineapple, and
Ham, brown
other
sugar.
things.
I'm not gonna pretend to be some kind of purist that says, "Oh, you cannot have these X, Y, and Z ingredients on pizza. You can put whatever you want, clearly on pizza, and it'll be good."
Yeah.
And I think
done right.
if done correctly, yes.
I don't
uh,
think sardines on pizza will ever be.
Probably not. No. It
Not
seems like a.
interested.
So I have a pizza place nearby called the Barrios, and they actually make a Kona pizza. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
Okay, so it's basically a teriyaki barbecue and pineapple pizza. It's called the Kona.
That sounds really good.
It is.
Teriyaki with
It is dope. I gotta show you. So this is
That was, like,
okay.
the exact caveat I was.
It's also generally served with roast chicken, like roasted chicken. So like here, like this is it right here. So
Post it up in the Discord. I wanna.
yeah, let me copy this. Open up Discord, and
Is that a pizza made like a waffle cone?
Negative, but it's a yeah. I posted a picture to the Discord. but it's
No,
literally.
I mean the other images.
Oh, hold on. What the? What?
What? That looks
Wow.
so good.
It does. In a
Which
weird
check
way,
is
it looks
first
so
one?
good. Okay, it's a napkin. Okay, you know. Oh, I see what this guy did. He took a slice of pizza, rolled it like a burrito, wrapped it in a napkin, and is eating it like an ice cream cone.
No. I've actually, now that I'm looking at it, I've seen how these are made. The cone itself is the actual crust of the full pizza. It's not a wrapped slice. And they stuff
Oh.
it like a cone and then bake it.
No way.
Oh,
I've seen it.
Oh.
I've
dude, that's
seen it done.
crazy.
And it looks so good, but I don't think there's any pizza places near me that does that.
I'm gonna copy that one to the Discord as well because that's crazy. Yeah, here we go. Okay, ice
I
cream
literally
cone
opened-
pizza. That's literally it.
Oh
That
my
is-
gosh.
That looks tasty.
That yes,
Looks like it'll hurt me, but that looks delicious.
it does.
Oh,
I'm gonna have heart problems, but it'd be worth it.
we have
All right,
stomach
guys.
issues.
Here's something that I had not too long ago. I want to see what your guys' opinion on it.
Okay.
Is it's
All right.
Thai peanut pizza. So it's basically like if you've ever had like peanut noodles,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay.
but it's like it has like that savory peanut sauce, chicken, like actual like roasted peanuts, but it also had mandarin orange, like pieces of mandarin orange on it. And I thought at first that would be really weird. But you bite into it and you have that
Oh.
citrusy mix with like the savoriness of like the peanut sauce and all the other stuff. It's really good.
That looks amazing, actually.
I gotta see it. I gotta
Yeah.
see it.
I am going to say one thing, Gavin. I would not enjoy it because I do not like peanut sauce.
Oh.
Oh. Oh,
That's
that
fair.
is interesting.
I will post this to the Discord as well.
All right, cool.
We are
Time to
making.
make
Whoa.
everyone hungry.
Oh my god! I thought that's what this whole stream is all about.
I mean, I'm hungry.
I
Yeah,
know.
The one I had came from like a.
Man,
from
I
a
need
local
dessert
tavern
now.
Right.
I go to, but
Dessert? I need another pizza. I don't even have pizza.
yeah, that one has a lot more veggies than mine did. Obviously, because I think that's a vegetarian one. But yeah, same general concept.
For sure.
Alright, so what is the next food item that
What
we
are
will be
next?
ranking?
God, we went on such. a
We such a tangent. Yes. So what are next are hash browns.
That.
Define the type of hash brown there are.
I'm gonna go
Are they
by
like
the
shredded
Is it
potatoes.
just shredded potato?
judging by the image, it appears to be shredded potato
Shredded.
bits.
That would be a soup.
I would agree because the
There's
McDonald's.
no way it could be the other
That
ones.
is just-
The McDonald's one would be a Wellington. Because
Wellington.
of its crispy outer layer.
I agree. Yes.
Wellington,
Yeah,
And once a bite is taken out of it, then it turns into a sandwich.
Yeah.
but until then, it's a Wellington,
Until then, it's a Wellington and waiting. Yes.
and the shredded one is a soup, no matter what.
Yes. No matter what.
So what about home fries?
home fry? Like French fry. Ooh.
No, home fries are like the chunks of potatoes.
Okay.
Chunks of
Home
potatoes.
fries are just potato chunks.
But
gonna
they're
call those
bigger and they're not
Wellingtons.
really stranded. Are they each? Is each one technically a separate Wellington?
Yes. They're tiny Wellingtons.
So it's a soup of Wellingtons.
Or each an individual.
Ah.
Soup of Wellington.
A soup of
Why does that sound like that would be very good as just a soup? Just beef Wellington soup.
That does sound amazing.
Because that would be like it would be beef Dijon mushroom soup with some sort of like bread to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
Hey,
Beef
Gavin.
Dijon and mushroom. My goodness.
Gavin,
Hmm.
that exists. Wellington soups exist.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
it
right.
does.
And
That's it. Oh
that's
my.
awesome.
That's a French onion soup or beef Wellington make a nice dinner. Oh, actually, I don't have the right image here. Beef. Let's
I'm
try.
pretty sure It's that one that's kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh, here maybe.
Well, I was
Beef
in the mood for it.
Wellington
Anyway,
pot
we're
pie.
getting off on another.
We are getting off
Yeah,
topic.
we're going
Yeah.
off on another
Let's bring it.
tangent.
We got to bring it back.
Let's bring it back.
All right. Hot
It
pots.
looks like the next one, hot pot.
Hot pot?
That is a soup.
That is a soup.
That is a
Yes.
soup.
That is a soup.
It's also appears to be a type of charcuterie, like a like it's a charcuterie
Oh
of
wait,
soups.
Gavin, we went to that one place, Mala Hot
Yes.
Pot. So what they do in the one that we went to is they gave us a metal pot of broth, and there's a hot plate like on our
Yeah,
table,
or
like it's
if
all
you
separate
literally just have
servings,
an induction
and they
burner
give you a
connected,
little
if you're
plate
not smart
with
enough,
all
you
the
will
stuff that you can put into it,
Yeah.
and it's really good. Is the next one candied yams?
This is actually it's called hot dish, and I've never heard of it. Apparently, it's a Midwest thing.
Oh God, that's our neck of the woods, Gavin.
Oh God.
Okay.
Tater tot hot dish.
Tater tot hot dish.
Tater tot hot dish.
Okay.
Actually, no.
It
Here it
sounds
is.
like
a
a
hot dish is a
casserole.
casserole
Oh,
dish.
it's that. It's like a
typically contains
casserole.
A starch, a meat, and a canned or frozen vegetable mixed with canned soup.
Yes. That's exactly
So
yeah.
it's a casserole.
Yeah, it's a casserole.
So-
So that means it's
So it's a sandwich.
That is a
Yeah.
Casserole would be more of a soup.
yeah. I
yeah.
think it'd be more soup.
Yeah, I can't call it a Wellington in good faith, and it's not quite a sandwich.
It's more chaotic.
It's more chaotic.
It
It is-
doesn't really have layers. It's more
Comes
just
from
kind of
the
mixed in.
Midwest, It's chaotic, just in general.
Yes.
Yeah. Gavin, that was our neck of the woods, and we didn't even know what it was at first.
Yeah.
I thought it was a hot pocket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 100% honest.
I thought it was candied yams from the small image.
Yeah.
The next one, a
It's
hot
I-
dog.
look like
It
hot
looked like
pockets.
just a hot pocket. I didn't realize. It was
I was about. I could definitely see that. But yeah. The next one that we have here is just hot dogs, and it's a long hot dog.
It looks like a sandwich.
I would say this is a sandwich.
It's
Well,
a sandwich.
hot dog and a hot dog bun would make it a sandwich.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a taco because it's got starch on 3 sides. I'm kidding.
Tacos are
It's another-
sandwiches.
That is
Hot dog
another
itself, Hot dog
conversation.
itself would probably. Hot dog itself would probably be a Wellington.
Beef like a beef like
now, if you have
a-
cut up hot dog with ketchup, that is a soup.
yeah, beef sausage bratwurst
Cut
would
up
definitely
hot dog
be.
in ketchup. Gavin, are you okay?
Oh no.
Hey,
Would you
if
like
we're
some more
talking- if
cheese
we're
with your
talking
wine?
through all the
I
events,
would.
Some more wine with your cheese. Would you like some more soup in your bread?
I would, yes. I would love
I
some
would
more.
not.
I would love more bread in my soup. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
Uh,
hot dog is a sandwich. What is
yeah.
the next one?
Hush puppies.
Wellington.
Wellington?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's a ball of deep fried bread.
it's deep fried
It's
bread.
a Wellington.
Deep fried
If
bread.
a crab cake is a
It
Wellington,
is,
a
yes.
hush puppy is a Wellington.
It's deep fried bread. I'll guarantee it. Oh yeah. So jalapeno poppers are next.
Those are Wellingtons.
Yeah.
I would think so. Yeah, that's deep fried. Yeah, it's a deep
And,
fried.
and jalapeno poppers are pretty good too.
They
Not
are.
God tier, but pretty good.
They
I
are.
can't do jalapenos.
I do. I
Sure. Not
yeah,
everyone can handle spice. I
for
mean,
sure. I'm a
Gavin already
masochist.
knows my situation.
I am a
Let's have
masochist.
half a habanero
Oh, you're
peppers,
broken.
though.
You don't even.
That's about the only spiciness I can handle.
I do
You're
not.
just broken.
You're right. I'm not affected by it.
Mm-hmm. I am definitely a
He's
masochist when
not
it comes to
affected by
spice.
capsaicin. He just-
I used to put I actually used to put ghost pepper sauce into macaroni and cheese. And
Okay,
I
Watcher.
Sounds good. It's a
It-
shame that it won't do
Nice to
anything.
have
So-
you here.
it's nice to be here. Thank you. nice to still.
I meant Watcher. He said he
Oh.
has to leave because
Oh, okay.
he's got to go down to the hospital get his leg checked out some more.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Oh yeah, he was telling me he tore his ACL. I think is what it was that you told me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's-
bad.
That sounds painful.
that's a
He came in and
devastating
told me
injury.
in one of my streams.
Mm-hmm.
It is like devastating
Alright.
injury.
I just don't have OBS, or else I would be streaming this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean I do. I just don't like dealing with it. It annoys me.
Yes. Let's see here. What are
I
next?
am definitely one of those people that enjoys spice as just a flavoring and not just I want to just feel pain.
Yeah,
Well,
and
my thing
I
is,
I had to get on that page after a while because it became too much for me.
Well, my thing
Yeah, I
is,
feel bad
I
for the
can't.
poor state drone, man.
Oh,
Thing
yeah.
with me is,
Mhm.
I am not affected by that, like, ever.
Oh, really?
Can't feel the effects of it.
Oh, so that's really more of a
He's not
rare
affected by
circumstance.
capsaicin. Yeah, he
Well,
you can give
it
him
just
a
makes it
bottle of hot sauce,
boring.
he'd
Like, I
shrink.
can taste it,
Oh,
but I don't feel the heat.
I gotcha.
Yeah, he could tug a bottle of hot sauce, and he might feel the effects later, but in terms of
No,
taste, he cannot taste spice.
I don't feel any of the effects later.
Okay, that checks out. Yeah, because I can see how that could be boring.
Yeah.
But next up we have jambalaya.
Soup.
Soup.
Sounds
Soup.
like a soup.
It is a good soup. I love
Well, I'm
jambalaya.
famished. Who wants jambalaya?
Uh.
I was expecting Gavin to quote it.
I already said jambalaya.
Yeah, but you gotta say the quote. It's like, well, I'm starved. Who wants some jambalaya?
What else is there? We have
Ooh.
next is
Jello?
that is straight up Jello.
That is
Not applicable. Not applicable.
Not applicable.
It depends
Not
on the type
applicable.
of jello.
it's a soup.
I would call it
No,
a soup.
It's not a soup.
Oh,
It
really?
is a soup.
It's solidified.
It's
And
semi.
it's one,
Right.
but it's one substance and it's controlled. There's no way it's a soup.
Yeah,
We have classified rice as
It
a
would
soup, man.
Yes.
it would
Well,
have to be
here's
a
the thing.
different type of
Rice
jello.
is more like better defined as it than Jello.
Jello's
Like,
a
sure,
Jello
mix.
is
it's
one
jiggly.
gelatinous.
I would
Ju-
say that Jello is one of those ones where it's like, yeah, we can put it under soup, but it's not really a soup in any
It's
way,
just
shape, or
one
form. It's just
gelatinous.
kind of there.
It's a
Yes.
mixture, man.
Unless you have the ones that
It's
have fruit chunks
gelatin.
It's
floating.
a hybrid.
It's gelatin in water.
It's
Frost.
gelatinous
That is not a
water.
mixture.
Powder
It's
and water.
It's-
May I remind you,
it's-
mixed together.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
it's
two.
animal
That is
proteins
a
and
powder
water.
and a water, and it's a powder that got dissolved into the water, meaning it becomes one thing.
So it's a Wellington?
No, it's none of them.
It's a soup. It's
It
a
has
soup.
no
It makes
effective. But it's a mixture that becomes not a mixture once it's all mixed together.
Hear me out.
It's
It's
still water
It's
when
water-
it's all mixed
Brox,
in.
I want you to separate the gelatin from the water for me and tell me that it's a soup.
my
Don't
argument.
Separate gelatin from water, man.
My
Then
argument
how
is
is it a
that
soup?
Who
Most
decides
all
where
of the
it's
soups
gelatin?
we have been able to separate the ingredients.
Mhm.
You can't separate Jello from Jello because it's two ingredients, and one gets dissolved.
it gets
You can't
dissolved.
do it.
It can be dissolved through heat and moisture. I would say
No,
it's
that's evaporated.
I would say
It is melted and then evaporated.
I'd say it's
I
flavored
mean,
water in a solid form. Therefore, it's a Wellington.
I'm gonna say that
Everything
Jello is a water.
Technically be
That is its
disassembled
new
into
classification. It is a drink.
If it's
Technically, we can classify it as a smoothie.
if it's a drink, then it's a soup. That's the thing. Because most of
No,
the
no, 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 no,
You
no.
got you there, man.
All
You got
no,
you there.
no, no, no.
It's a soup.
It's kind of like the
He's gonna
all. It's kind of like
Guys,
all
you're
squares are
welcome.
rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. Kind of situation. Here.
Sun Tzu.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make
all these squares make a circle.
I will die on this hill. A Jello is not a soup.
I'm gonna say it's a soup.
I
I'm gonna stick with my answer.
yeah. I'm
Brox,
gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
second this.
unsubscribe from your channel.
You're gonna have to unsubscribe from me too, man.
Gavin, which side are you on?
I'm staying neutral here, man. Just drinking my
No, no, no.
answers, I'm staying
You have to break the law. You have.
You need to pick a side. Is it your best friend
Hey, there are
or the two people we met on the internet?
3 of you.
Gavin's the
There are
type of
3
guy to
you.
go.
There
Jello
is
is
no need
Jello.
for a fourth.
Gavin, I
Jello
need
is
you to
just
either make it a
delicious.
tie.
That is my final answer.
Gavin, you gotta make it a tie or you have to make me lose. Pick a
Let-
side.
let me remind you, these are opinions.
Yes.
These are opinions on a tier list.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin.
I mean, technically, Colin is right. Because, as you said, everything in the soup tier, you could technically split into its base components if you tried hard enough.
Gavin, I don't have
But
to
with
block
Jello-
you on everything now.
But with Jello, you cannot get it back to what it once was. It is just now Jello and will forever be Jello, even when it turns into a liquid.
It does become pee though.
It does. It's well. That's you could say the same thing
No,
about. You can say the same thing about most foods. The best phrase
That's
I
an
heard.
interesting one.
The best quote I heard from Gordon Ramsay is that food is feces in waiting. You could say
I'm
the
no
same
longer
thing
hungry.
about 100% of all of. You could say the same
about-
thing. Oh.
We're about to have an arc in the Discord where there's those against the Jelloers or something like that.
Pro Jello is a soup, or Jello
Soups
is
versus the waters.
Jello is Jello or Jello is a soup. That is the two sides.
We are gonna
Jello
have
is Jello.
we are gonna have to Rochambeau over this at some point.
Jello is a person.
I'm not gonna Rochambeau. I'm just gonna drop a landmine in the room and see.
You know what?
He's just
Jello's
going
a
to
soup.
casually
Next
declare
question.
war. I'm standing. It's a soup. It has to be.
I am physically standing. I am stood up, hands on the desk like I'm in a board meeting. Jello is Jello. You can't convince me anything else.
Iron Deficiency Gang, stand
Or
up!
Colin. This is saying in just the terms of this list, nothing else existing.
Chat, how many people here agree that Jello is a soup? I
Let's
don't.
have a look in his chat.
There's
Hold on.
there's got to be somebody here still. The ones that we haven't scared off yet. I don't know if Sharky is awake.
By yelling about Jello.
Oh my god.
This is probably the most heated discussion I've ever been in. Is like, is Jello a soup? No.
It's a solid soup.
Sharky says it's a solid
Yes.
soup. Yes!
Soup can't be
Thank you.
solid.
That's what we have here!
Solid.
Half of these are solid!
It is 3-on-1.
Jello is not a soup. It is a smoothie of some sorts. It's gotta be.
It's
It is
that's what we
3-on-1.
got! It's 3-on-1. 3-on-1, baby! We win! We win! We did it!
Soup.
I'm gonna bomb the in game.
Good game!
So to go kickstart a landmine.
If
Anyway,
you
what
add
can I say?
gelatin to any soup, it becomes
Jelly beans.
solid.
Jelly bean.
Jelly. We went from one frying pan to another!
Jelly beans are a Wellington. They have an outer shell.
I agree, it's a
That
Wellington.
will agree on.
I will.
Yes.
I will-
Is a Wellington. A bag of jelly beans is a soup.
Yes.
Can we be completely honest? How it was.
I will
hilarious
reach
that
across
those
the
are
bu-
right next to each other, and I just hit my desk
I-
immediately.
I will reach across the bipartisan table and agree with you that jelly beans are in fact Wellingtons.
And as we
Yes.
are shaking hands, I will slam your face down on a piece of paper that says Jello is Jello.
He's gonna slam me into a bowl of jelly. Into a bowl of
Turn you
jello.
into Jello to prove my point.
He's gonna turn me into a. I'm gonna turn into.
Gelatin is made out of bone.
I'm just imagining like turning into a car.
thing of Jello.
You know how they turned
Hey,
Han
Brock,
Solo
don't
into
soup consult Google. What are you doing?
You know how they turned Han Solo
Consulting
into
Google.
like carbonite? I was just imagining myself being
hey,
turned into
Brock,
a
no,
carbonite.
Brooks. No. Hey, wait a moment. Don't do that. Don't prove me wrong.
While the hot water and jello mixture is hot, pour in the whipping cream and stir. After everything is stirred, pour the mixture into
Whoa,
a glass
whoa.
tray.
Why do we have
Cover-
whipping cream? Wait, no,
Cover
you don't make
with
Jello with
plastic
whipping
wrap
cream.
and place in
No,
the
wait.
fridge until the jello firms up. While
Brox.
cooling, the jello will naturally split on its own, creating a two-tone
No,
jello.
Brox, that's making Jello with cream Jello. That's completely different from just normal Jello.
That is a little different.
That is not the same.
That is true, it's not the same.
I will
Yeah,
agree.
Don't try that.
Yeah, I will agree that boxed Jello that you get from the grocery store is a powdered substance. It's not. It's not some homemade. It's not some homemade BS. It has to be. It has to be the powdered stuff. It's like Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Kool-Aid is a
Actually,
soup.
yes, that is true. It's like Kool-Aid.
Yes.
How,
It makes this.
Sharky is
It stays a
asking.
liquid, Gavin.
Sharky is now asking the big questions. Is ice water? Ice is a Wellington.
It's a soup because there's a solid in the liquid. Even though it's the
Yes.
same thing, there is still a solid in the
Yep.
How the hell is Jello not a soup when you died on this hill and said, "Oh yeah, Jello is not a soup because it can't be separated"? Neither can Kool-Aid. There.
But Kool-Aid is typically still a liquid and doesn't solidify.
You can
If you
keep
don't
Jell-O a liquid.
refrigerate Jello,
You have to
it stays
refrigerate
liquid.
Jell-O.
Yes.
Yes, but if you're gonna eat Jello as a food like it is in that picture, it's solidified.
So I have a cursed one here. This
Jello
is
can also melt.
Is that a pickle in a tortilla?
no. It is a Kraft single in a tortilla.
That looked like a pickle.
That looks like a breakfast burrito.
It's hang on.
I need a zoomed image.
I got one right.
Zoom.
Zoom. Asking you shall receive. It's Kraft single and hot sauce on a tortilla.
There is a pickle in the middle of that.
That doesn't. Is that a pickle? I can't.
That is a pickle.
That appear. That. My God! It is a pickle.
Zoom!
Enhance.
Enhance!
CSI enhance.
That is a poor person's snack right there.
That's
God tier.
right up my alley.
Sandwich?
That's a you snack.
That is a sandwich. I will agree. And in fact, you know
I need to
what?
be quiet
Why
because my
not?
parents
God
are home
tier.
and I don't want to be yelling about this.
That next one looks like lasagna.
The guy, Sharky says the guy who
when you were yelling about Jello.
No, they did.
Sharky says the guy who dies on all these hills is correct. That is a pickle, and I am inclined to agree. That's a pickle in the middle.
I will die on this hill. This is a pickle.
Yes, I believe you are correct,
I
sir.
will die on this pickle. This is a hill.
Hey, wait a moment. No, I ain't on no pickle.
Oh
It's Friday.
my
That's
God!
right, it's pizza night. I'll die on this pizza. This is a hill.
Nice.
Pickle.
All right,
Need
next.
hill.
Next one, lasagna
Sandwich.
sandwich.
It's the closest thing.
Yes. Next one is lentil curry.
That is a soup.
So curry again?
Lentil curry. Curry with lentil.
Soup.
Instead of rice, it's just with lentils.
Yes, Gavin, I know.
Yeah, I'd say that's a soup.
Instead of rice, it's lentil
I can't
rice.
really see the screen.
Yeah.
I'm laying upside down because I got bored.
What are next?
What? Upside down like head on floor?
Damn near it.
So we have next one is a lobster roll.
That looks like a sandwich.
I believe that is a sandwich.
That would be more of a sandwich.
Yeah, that's pretty open and shut there. Mac and cheese.
That is a soup?
Soup.
Yes, it's a substance, therefore it's a soup.
Potatoes.
Mashed potatoes? Yeah, next one,
Soup.
definitely soup, yes. Same, it's
Soup.
pretty much the
Is the
same.
next one a block of cheese?
The next one, this is actually, apparently it's mochi.
Oh, mochi?
That's a soup.
That's a soup.
That is.
I want to
soup,
say that's
yeah.
a soup as
Looks
well.
like a bar of soap.
That's a
It
soup.
does
It
actually.
is.
That doesn't look like I've seen mochi before, and
Mochi's pretty good.
it
that
is.
next thing a
Mo-
thing of
mochi
jelly
by
jam?
itself is a mochi by
Is
itself
that
is a
is
soup.
that a 12-pound
Yeah.
block of jelly ham?
Mochi is a soup by itself,
Mhm.
but ice cream mochi is a Wellington.
That's fair. That's
Yes, fair point. What about Neapolitan ice cream?
Speaking of ice cream, that's a soup.
fair.
That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Yeah,
all three
it's a
layers.
soup.
It's-
Because it's
yeah.
all one chunk.
It's a
but it's
col-
also it's the way it is. It's weird.
yes.
Ice cream is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Soup
It's
it is
frozen
a
milk.
soup. If you leave it alone, it is a sandwich.
No, because it's all one.
It's
together
a
block.
solid block. Yeah.
It is a solid block with different colors. It is not layers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but there are 3 different flavors. There is
But
clear
they're not
demarcation
layers.
lines
They
between
but they are clearly together
Mm-hmm.
How about
as
you?
one
How about you
entity.
bite into that chocolate layer and tell me that it is still part of the strawberry?
Actually, you know what? I'm putting
I'm just
mochi in.
saying it's
Love mochi.
mochi.
Yeah,
God tier. That's fair.
yeah.
I think Neapolitan ice cream should go in God tier.
I
I'm
think
kidding.
you're
Yeah, I don't like
I
it
do
that
not
much.
like Neapolitan.
Yeah.
I
No?
like my favorite is
Neapolitan.
vanilla bean.
Neopol.
Vanilla
Yeah,
bean.
because you're a weirdo and you don't just like normal vanilla. You have to get greasy
Uh,
and giving you the bean.
Real talk.
Yeah, because it's true vanilla
I'll
flavoring.
take caramel espresso ice cream.
I've not
Fair enough.
had that, but that sounds awesome.
Gavin,
It
what's your
is-
favorite one?
I like the
Raspberry dark chocolate.
black raspberry black raspberry dark chocolate chunk.
Nice.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah,
It is-
anything with dark chocolate and raspberry is a winner in my book.
I
was
just
at
like
Cold
eating
Stone yesterday.
70% dark chocolate, just
Mhm.
straight chunk of tar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta sit up. This is starting to get me woozy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're upside down,
Yeah, dude.
dummy.
That's not healthy. That ain't good.
Anyway,
Hey,
what's the
I
next,
would-
Next one. This is a slice of New York City pizza.
That is a
Sandwich.
sandwich.
Definitely a sandwich,
Yeah.
but I also want to call it God tier.
No.
No,
I've never been to New York, so I can't say.
it's
Never had a true slice
this
of New
this
It is way too greasy to be God tier.
maybe.
In my
Never make a
opinion.
claim.
In my
York.
opinion.
Is that biscotti? Or is that the sandwich cookie?
All right, in that case, yeah, I'll
Oh,
just
it's
put in
next one.
sandwich in that case. The next one,
I think-
these are oat cakes.
Oat cakes.
Yes, so they're just plain. Like these are really old school. Like this is the kind of stuff that Arthur Morgan would probably have in his pocket, like just regular old oat cakes.
That's something
I
I'd
think that
probably
is an
have in my
item in the
pocket.
game. I think that is legitimately an item, just oat cakes.
So they're
But I
like a
think they're meant
cookie,
for your
like a
horse.
biscuit.
Like a biscuit or a cookie. They're just made with oats.
Well, you don't
It is
build a barn.
Do we want to go? It's a one-layer sandwich.
I would call that a sandwich, yes. Much like a
I'd say a one-layer sandwich.
yes.
But what did we rank rice cakes as?
Rice cakes?
Sandwich.
Yes.
No, rice
Alright,
cakes were a soup because of the way that they're made, and they're not as
But an oat cake-
That's
compressed.
This
true.
is-
They're not, but the oat cakes are more compressed, so it's more of a solid mass, I would say.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot more dense than cookies, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that
Where
alone
would
would
we
make it
rank
more
hard
sandwich than anything else.
I agree. Yes.
Next
What's
thing looks like a sandwich.
next is what is it? It's an omelet.
Ooh.
It's an omelet.
That is the
That is an omelet on.
That is
It's an omelet on rye bread. To be fair.
Sandwich.
Well, let's
Sandwich.
ignore. Well, yeah, with the image, it'd be a sandwich.
Yes.
But if it's just a normal omelet, I'd say it'd be more of a soup.
Yeah.
Slice of rye bread. It looks like they're.
But here's the thing
Make
with
a
with an
sandwich
well, yeah, with an omelet and all the layers and stuff inside. Yeah, I would call that a sandwich. Because if
It's
you
not layers
well,
though.
It looks
I
like it
typically
looks like
make
the
an
omelet
omelet
has
with-
stuff in it though.
yeah, like usually I've seen omelets stuffed with spinach and mushrooms and onions.
Yeah, but there's no
Now, if
order
you-
to it.
Now,
It doesn't need to have an order.
Well,
If
you
it's
have
a
an omelet
sandwich,
where
it needs to be more organized. We've kind of already established this.
I guess so.
The
What
layered,
layer of egg
structured
with, like,
plane.
cheese and all the stuff in between the layers of egg, that is a sandwich. If it is an omelet where it's all mixed in with the egg, that is
Oh, okay.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, you're right. That's good logic there. Okay, omelet is a soup.
Pancakes.
Alright.
Pancakes, yes.
sandwich.
First up, sandwich.
Yeah.
Second up, God tier.
God tier. No question. No debate.
Eh,
Sure.
not really for
Well,
me.
Butter. It depends. Buttermilk or whatever the other one is.
All I have to do is.
I've
say
had
banana
wheat.
nut
I've
bread,
had wheat pancakes.
Colin will go feral.
Yeah, but yeah. Let's see. What are next? Parfait.
That looks like a sandwich.
Sandwich.
Parfait. Yeah.
Parfait.
Sandwich. Looks like a sandwich.
Parfait is.
Usually, like.
That's more
very-
soup-like. Well, it's got layer.
Mm.
It's got layers,
That could
but
go
I'm
either
torn.
way. That could go either way.
Yeah, most of these are liquid components like yogurt and.
I'd say it probably would be more soup, but it
Yogurt
could
and
go either
preserves.
way.
I would call this a soup, actually.
Actually, yeah,
Okay.
soup. I'd say soup because there's
Soup.
like mixtures in there.
Yeah, because
But it could also go sandwich if necessary. But I'll go with soup because that makes more sense. Is
Yes.
Next sandwich goes in sandwich.
that
Def-
a PB&J?
Yeah.
yeah,
PB&J.
peanut butter and jelly
Hey.
sandwich. Yeah,
Where does
I went over today.
guys, PB&J?
yeah.
What tier?
Ooh.
God tier.
Sin. Nah, God tier.
That is
If you were
true.
to put
Yeah,
that-
can't go
say-
wrong.
I think anyone, as long as you don't have a peanut allergy, would agree with that.
I agree. Okay, so I got to share with you one. So what my something I learned from my parents, something that my parents do with their peanut butter. I don't know if you've seen people do this. Have you ever seen anybody mix high fructose corn syrup
in it?
with it?
Yes,
Yes.
my
Have you
mother
ever
does
tried that?
do that. It is
I don't do
very
corn
sweet.
syrup.
It is almost sickeningly sweet, but Karo corn syrup
Yeah.
mixed with peanut butter. It is sickeningly sweet, and I can't eat very much of it.
I
just
can't
like
eat much
straight
of
out
it
the
either,
can.
but it does something to the texture that actually makes it something almost like a brittle texture. It's almost like a peanut brittle, almost. It's like
Yeah, but hard.
I can't do it because it's bad for my heart, and I have cholesterol problems as it is, and but otherwise it is. Yeah, I can't do that, but I wanted to see. I just wanted to test you guys and see if you've heard of that.
You guys ever
I
had
don't
marmalade
use-
Just
sandwiches?
take a spoon and a jar of peanut butter and just eat the peanut butter straight.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't use corn syrup, but I do use maple syrup or cane syrup and mix it in a little bowl
Mhm.
with like a little bit of peanut butter, and then I'll spread that and then put some banana slices on it.
That's fair.
But that's about the same, really. It's just you're adding.
It's
intentional
not
sweetness
as
to
sweet.
peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter
It is
banana
not as
sandwich.
sweet.
Peanut butter jelly and banana sandwiches are solid.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what's even better than that. You do that with the bananas on, and then you put nacho cheese Doritos.
What?
What the hell?
I have never tried this or heard of this until now.
This is
man.
something that I have taken from my mother, and it is something that I hold dear to my heart because it was always a great meal when we had nothing else.
I'm gonna have to take your word for that because that sounds.
It's not too bad.
That doesn't sound too
It's
bad.
not overpowering or anything.
Okay.
You can get rid of the bananas and put it on there. It actually mixes well.
Yeah. Next is a po' boy shrimp sandwich.
It's in the name.
It's a sandwich.
Definitely sandwich. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, I've had potato chips and sandwich idea from my mom too.
nice.
Yeah.
Next is
Certain
pop.
sandwiches
Oh.
get certain chips.
Here's something about potato chips. Have you guys ever had like Lay's potato chips with just ketchup? Like dipping
No,
them in ketchup?
because I'm not a psychopath.
That actually does sound good.
That's just, and
I
then
mean,
eat it.
What's the difference between a potato chip and a French fry? Really, they're both fried potatoes. Just one is a lot thinner than the other.
You make a good
And
point.
salty.
Yes. One is definitely salt. Yes, for sure. Next is
One is.
Oh,
salty.
sorry. So next is Pop Tarts. What would you call a Pop Tart?
Wellington.
Definitely
a
Wellington, I would say.
Wellington?
Yeah,
That is a Wellington.
yeah, because the
But
stuffing.
I want to call it a Danish for a joke.
Yes. Next up,
Alex, are you going an extra hour or what's going on?
I'm still going.
Where's it gonna
you've
go?
gone over
We're-
by half an hour.
I know.
yeah.
I'm still going.
Next is popcorn.
I'm gonna say this is soup.
Definitely soup. Yeah.
Yeah.
If rice is soup, that is soup as well.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Next is where did it go? Oh, here's
That looks
another.
like clam chowder.
It's not. It's Pop-Tart cereal. Literally, they took Pop-Tarts, broke it up into chunks, and then
Sounds delicious.
Okay. Okay.
That might be
So
soup.
Pop Tarts actually
Sounds
did
delicious.
release something called Pop
That is
Tarts
a soup,
Bites.
but-
yeah.
Hey, so Pop Tarts released these Pop Tarts Bites, these little bite-sized Pop Tarts, and they are very good as a cereal. But what that is That is a sin.
That is a sin. I will not debate that. That's no
And
contest.
also, yes, it's a soup.
It's a soup and it's a sin.
It's also
Why
good
was also
if you
that
use
weird- was that
the
weirdo
Pop
kid
Tarts
that loved
bites.
Yes, I've not tried the Pop Tarts bites, but yeah.
It's just bite-sized Pop Tarts that taste exactly the same.
Uh-huh.
That's a little. I mean, that's a little too much milk. But I was also the kid that would I would toast my Pop Tarts and then drown them in milk.
Yeah.
See,
Next.
what I do when I make Pop Tarts, if I ever do, I put one Pop Tart in the toaster while I eat the other one, waiting for one to toast.
Ah. That's very
Brian
efficient.
Regan's-
The other one.
You
I
ever seen
pregame
Brian
one,
Regan's
forget
thing
one.
on
The other one.
you guys ever seen Brian Regan's bit on like toasting Pop Tarts?
I think I have.
I think so.
There's literally instructions on toasting them.
Yeah.
Remove pastry
I don't read
from
those.
package.
Next is pork spare
I
ribs.
just eat the package.
That looks like a
Ribs?
Wellington.
That's Wellington.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Is the image? Okay. That's about that's as good as the image gets. I'm gonna say that's a Wellington then.
Wellington.
Yeah.
It typically has some sort of outer layer of like barbecue sauce or whatever.
Yeah. I was wondering if it was cut. But yeah. Anyway, next is what is this? Oh, this is poutine.
That looks like chicken fries.
Putin?
Poutine.
It looks like syrup
That
on
is a
French
soup.
fries.
It's French fries with gravy. It's a Canadian staple.
It is French fries with cheese curds covered in brown gravy.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's soup.
Soup?
Definitely
Yes.
a soup. Yes,
Delicious.
yeah.
It's a mixture.
It's definitely a mixture.
But
I
it's
see something very good.
it is
coming
on
up.
that same tier as chili. Is you could get some really crap poutine, but you could also get some really good poutine.
Exactly, yeah. Let's see here. What is next here? What is this?
You'll have your friends saying, "I'm poutine right now."
Oh. This next one is ravioli.
Oh, I knew it.
Ravioli,
Wellington?
ravioli. What's in the pocket,
I'm
Oli?
gonna say that's a Wellington.
Wellington for sure.
Wellington?
They're all individual
Calzone.
Wellingtons.
Yep.
So you're
They're
saying it's a
individual
soup of Wellingtons.
It's a soup of Wellingtons.
This is the second time we've had this classification.
We've had this. It's distressing amount of times we've seen this.
Yeah, but you typically have them all together in a bowl.
Yeah.
So
What would you call red beans and rice? I would call that a soup personally.
that is a
Oh, it
soup.
is soup.
Yes, definitely.
Also, red beans and rice?
God tier.
No,
No?
not for me.
You sure?
Not for me.
All right.
I'm sure.
All right. I would probably call it God tier, but yes.
That's fair.
What else is there? What's next? What is this? That's just rice. So yeah, rice, that's just soup. So I'll just
Yeah.
skip that one. Next one is rice and gravy. That's just soup, I
That's
think.
soup.
Three
Yeah.
soups in a row. We're on.
Oh my
rolling.
God.
Next one,
Uh,
next one, baked potato.
That is Ukrainian rye bread.
Oh.
An unsalted urchin.
So I will get a close up of this one. At least as
So it's
close up.
bread.
Yeah, it's just bread.
Might be a Wellington.
It's not. Yeah,
With that picture, it's a Wellington.
Yes.
It looks like you could hook that. Their glasses fairly.
Yeah, I would say. Oh my God, rye bread, fresh baked, was so freaking good. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I
Rye
saw
bread,
rye
like,
bread being
nailed
made
it.
on Down to Earth with Zac Efron. They said it tasted like similar to chocolate cake.
Rye is
Rye is-
interesting.
I wouldn't call it chocolate cake, but a good slice of rye bread. It's like it's almost like sourdough, but it's like a really grainy but really dense type of bread that you could use for like it's like the perfect toast if you ever imagined. Like it's got a nice crunch to it, and it's got good structure. Like I just homemade bread in of itself is just a level in of its own. Like I would call this God tier if it was homemade, and that's what it appears to be. I don't know if you guys would agree with me. I love bread. Just saying.
You know what?
I'm not a big fan of bread.
I'm gonna call it
That
godlike,
is delicious.
mainly because
but
I want to give it a
probably not-
shot.
For sure, yeah. Everybody deserves like a fresh loaf of bread, whether if it's a baguette or a thing of rye,
I
or
shouldn't eat bread.
I would go for it. Yes. Salad.
Well,
This one is just
Salad
a
is a soup.
salad's a soup.
Salad's a soup.
People choosing between soup or salad. Salad is a soup.
Yes.
You will
cannot
get
call-
smacked.
Literally
Oh.
triple cheese pizza. Knowing you both
Yeah,
have a
that
lactose
doesn't
intolerant
mean,
and celiac.
Gavin. That doesn't mean me doing that doesn't mean that that's okay for me to eat bread. I shouldn't eat it.
Uh huh.
I know
It
I know
is
it's not
slowly
okay, but
killing
you just don't
me.
care. You just don't care.
Yes. So
I have a thing with gluten.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's gluten free. I just remember. I love that South Park episode. What's the next one? Okay, so this one is just
Wait, oysters?
where is it? Where are we? Sashimi. Oh yes, I think
Oh,
we
we already talked about that.
I think we
That
did
was
too.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Yes. What are next? This one is shaved ice.
That is
Shaved
soup.
ice. That's a soup due to the combination of flavoring.
Yeah, it's due to the combination of flavoring that's it and ice. Yeah, definitely it's a frozen soup.
Yeah, it's
Darn
a
good
frozen
stuff, I
soup.
might add.
That's pretty good.
Actually, you
Uh-huh.
know
It could
what?
be better.
Nice.
I like mainly because I love it so much.
Nice.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
Shish kebab or just kebab.
That's a sandwich.
Kebab.
Sandwich.
Yes, I would call that a sandwich, like kebab.
I'd say if it's still on the stick, it's a sandwich. But if you like take it off of the stick after cooking and put it in a bowl, then it turns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. But if it's on the steak, yes, I would call it a sandwich.
If it's on the stick.
Yeah, on the stick. Yeah. Shrimp Creole.
Soup.
Soup.
Yes.
like
It appears to be so. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like it's on rice.
Next up is where are we?
Is that Sloppy Joe sandwich?
Where is it? Sloppy Joe. Yes.
Sandwich.
Yeah, sandwich. No
We talked
content.
about these earlier.
We have actually. Yeah. Some more.
S'mores are a sandwich.
Sandwich that are god
Sandwich.
tier.
Also
Yes,
got yeah.
Actually, yes.
God tier sandwich. Sopapilla.
Huh?
A sopapilla. It's a Mexican type of dessert.
Is it like that bread
Describe
stuff?
it.
Yeah, it's like a type of fried cinnamon bread. It's a fried sopapilla.
It's just
Sandwich.
sweet bread, and that's it.
It's a fried pastry type of quick bread served in several. Yeah, so I would call that a
It's a-
sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
Yep. The good news is that a lot of these are pretty self-explanatory. What is this one? Is that just spaghetti and meatball? Yeah, that is spaghetti and
That is a
meatballs.
soup.
It is a soup.
Okay,
That is soup.
but I have another
Counter to
cursed
that?
one. I have spaghetti in meatballs.
That is a Wellington.
Jail.
So I don't know how to
Good.
react to that.
Jail.
Like what?
Prison. Hell. Go to hell. Get out of here.
Does
Oh come on! How can you? It's
you know what? I'm putting that in sin.
Yes.
Yeah,
worms.
that's a sin.
that is a sin.
Ugh. Ugh.
It looks like
Ugh.
what happens
Oh.
to. Looks. Ew.
It is.
That's like literally if you grabbed a handful of dirt out of the ground and it was just loaded with worms.
So this one is Spaghetti-O cocktail.
Uh.
I don't like that.
I don't like this at all.
Ruined the spaghetti-o.
They did. But they. I love the extra effort that they did with the cheese
Hey,
whiz
Brox.
on the edge.
Put this as a counter as 1, please. What the
Okay.
fuck? Oh, my.
I just don't want to experience that in my life.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I've gone my whole life without
I
knowing
mean,
about
it's
that.
a soup, but jeez.
The effort, though. The effort
I am
that they
so
put
far
in.
away from my computer. I've just gotten
I mean,
away
yes.
from it.
It is commendable effort, but it's commendable
It's-
effort that earns them
It's
extra
commendable
credit.
trash.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They just deserve
It's
to be
Oh my
commendable.
gosh.
Oh, it's.
Why would you search that, Brox? What is wrong with you?
I searched it. I'm the one that came up with this list.
No. Brox just.
Spaghetti jello.
What did Brox? What did you do?
I-
What did you do?
It popped up as an auto search. Spaghetti-o Jello.
Oh.
Oh no.
It is.
That can be classified as a soup pertaining to Jello, because
Yeah.
those can be removed.
Yeah. Piece by piece.
Oh god. Oh no.
Ugh.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
You guys are at a point where you're gagging. I'm just kind of
Fellas, I think we should call it on that note.
Maybe.
You know what? Yeah.
Maybe. I can't top that. I can't top that.
That's awful.
That's terrible. I
Wait,
think
first, let's go over Twinkies.
yes.
I see that there. Twinkies. What is it, fellas?
I'm
Uh
gonna call that a Wellington.
Wellington, but also God tier.
There you go.
Yes.
God tier.
I do have
You
one
ever
more.
had the chocolate ones?
They're good.
They are.
Those are
They're
really
good.
good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got to talk about one thing really quick. Have you guys ever had a tostada?
Explain it.
A tostada is basically a taco on a flat corn shell. So I'll pull up an image here.
So it's like what Taco Bell is doing with the big Cheez-It.
Yes, but it's not.
exactly what they're doing with like the big Cheez-It.
But it's loose. Here's the thing. It's loose.
I didn't know.
It's loose, but it could the ingredients can fall off the shell.
It's just soup on a bread base. That's what that is. It's soup on a bread base.
Oh my god, it's a bread bowl.
It kind of is. It's tostada is a soup.
Oh my gosh.
I can't call it a sandwich in good
It's
faith.
a bread bowl.
I can't. Tostada is
It
a soup.
Red Bull.
I had to do it.
It's a flat bread bowl.
I had to do that because that's what my mom loves tostadas, and I can't stand it because I can't. Everything falls off. It all falls off.
You know what? There's
Fellas,
like a bit more than 2 rows left. Should we just get
Let's
it
just
over with?
let's just get it over with.
all right, lightning round.
Let's-
Lightning round.
Lightning round. Let's be brave. Let's be brave, you guys. Let's be bros. We're in this together now.
We're in this together.
Spam fries
what's
and spam fries and sauce.
Sin.
Sin. No contest. Sin. Spam sushi.
Sin.
Spam Mitsubishi. That's sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich, but
Sin.
also a sin. Yes.
Sin because it's spam.
I've had spam with rice before. It's pretty good.
Spam is actually like a sugary like.
Okay, this looks gross, but has the potential to be awesome. This is spinach stuffed chicken.
No.
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 No,
No.
no, sin.
That looks like something I threw up.
It does. It doesn't look cooked though. That's the
If
thing.
it looks like it already came out of me, it's not going back in.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, there's
sin.
this ranch.
Come on, y'all.
Let's gotta do spring rolls.
Wellington.
Wellington.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this one?
That
St.
looks like a pizza.
St. Louis pizza. It's basically
Sandwich.
it's definitely a sandwich, but
Pizza goes into sandwich.
Yeah. we've already established this.
Except the Chicago style.
Except Chicago style.
one is the simplest one.
Yes. What else is there? This is strawberry shortcake.
Ooh.
That looks like a
Sandwich.
sandwich. But strawberry
Sandwich.
shortcake is usually like, yeah.
Yes.
And it's pretty good too.
That just
Uh,
happens to be not in like a platter. Usually it's served in some
Yeah.
sort of like cup platter.
What is that?
Is the next one the roll? What's
This
it called?
is-
Swiss roll.
Stromboli.
Swiss roll.
Oh,
This is a stromboli.
well, I can barely see it. Stromboli is a sandwich.
Yeah, it's
When it's cut open, it is sandwich. But when it's left closed, it is a Wellington.
yeah.
Yes.
I would call this one a sandwich. Yeah. Sushi.
specific.
This one is sushi. Sushi is a sandwich. This one is
Oysters.
Oysters?
Yes, oysters on the
it's a
back,
type
that
of
would be technically a soup.
guys.
I'd
Right.
say it's a soup. It's meat in a broth.
It's
Yeah, you
It's
you
sushi-
do not eat the shell.
Oh,
You
it's sushi.
it's sushi poutine.
sushi.
I don't imagine that would be bad.
It probably I've seen
But
worse.
still sin. It doesn't look that good.
No, not appetizing at all. Definitely sin.
You'd have to do it right, and I doubt that they did it right.
What is
So-
that next one?
This one is supposed to be yogurt, but that's from Wikipedia.
It's yogurt.
It looks like
It is-
something else.
It's
Looks
a
like Kool-Aid.
It looks like lotion.
yeah. It looks like cream cheese, honestly. But yes, I don't like the way they presented it is absolutely cursed.
Yeah, you can
Soup-
even
like,
see the
yogurt-
water run off.
Yeah, yogurt does not belong on a plate.
It doesn't belong outside of its container.
Not really. No.
It's a soup.
It's a soup. Yes. Next one is
That picture is definitely sin.
the picture is definitely a sin, but I'm trying to find out what it is. Is it? Oh God.
That looks like
Let's just
something
say it's
sweet, but I think
yogurt.
very
It could be sour cream.
Yeah.
Flan?
What is that? I'm trying to find it.
No, that's not flan.
No, it's come on. I know I have it here somewhere. It's got to be close. I do not. Is that tamales or no? That's not it. I can't find it. Oh no.
We can just skip it.
Let's skip it. Yeah. This
I
one.
just said it is soup, just in case. It
Yeah.
looks like soup.
That's fair enough. Fair
It
assessment.
looks like it's something on top of rice. I'd agree with that.
What is this next one? What is?
Those beans?
They appear to be beans, but where is this? Beans on toast.
Oh,
Beans on
that's a
toast.
sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
That's a British thing, but it's still pretty.
Of course. Yeah.
Is the next one just a Wellington?
I believe that is just a Wellington.
And it's
So, guys, that's a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Is it cut open?
Is it cut open? That is the question. Hold on.
No, a Wellington is a Wellington, even if it's cut open.
Yes. Yes.
If we do anything different, Gordon Ramsay will hunt us down and kill us all.
He will. Yes. This
Is
next
that
one.
is that those like?
This next one is. Speaking of British food, this one is black pudding.
It's not pudding, fellas. It's like a meat.
Yes.
Let me
It's like a
explain that to
blood pudding.
people.
It's like a
It's called
sausage
blood pudding, but
almost.
It's like pig blood pudding.
Yeah.
It's pig blood pudding.
It's pretty good.
All right.
It's pig blood sausage.
That mean
I-
it's soup or Wellington?
Wellington.
It's
I wanna-
Wellington.
Closed.
It's a
I'd say
Wellington.
Wellington.
It's a Wellington because it's encased inside of a sausage-like material.
Yeah, it comes in a log in some places.
Uh huh.
True.
Oh yeah. What is this? I believe that one is just salsa, or let's see here.
Salsa would be a soup. If it's nachos, then it'd probably also be a soup.
Yes.
Like,
And what is this next one? Oh gosh. Where is it? Tostada? No.
that looks like a soup.
I believe it is a soup.
I'm starting to get burnt out from all these.
Me too. Yeah. Let's speed run these. What is this?
I am
This is a
pointing
quesadilla.
with one eye at a time.
This is a quesadilla
That is a sandwich.
sandwich. Yeah.
Next one looks like-
soup.
Gavin.
That looks like a calzone.
It's Wellington. It looks like a calzone.
Yeah, they're like pizza rolls or like a calzone. Yes.
When your
Calzone,
pizza rolls are
Wellington.
done.
Pizza rolls. Everybody want a pizza roll?
That looks like this next one looks like a soup.
This one. I think that's why these are all off because they're different like file formats. I think that's what's kind of causing me to lose track of all of these. But yeah, I would call that a soup.
Soup. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, let's see here. Let's. This one is a fajita. Fajitas.
So that's a soup too.
Fajitas would be
Sandwich.
a sandwich.
I think you're right on that one because yeah. Well,
It typically has a tortilla
that's right. Yes. Okay.
that you put material into.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Material. We're burnt out on food. We don't
We
refer to
are.
them as the ingredients anymore.
we are. I think most of these are soups anyway, except for this one. I think that one's just that's just banana bread
That's
or
like a loaf.
that looks like a loaf. I'd call that a Wellington.
Definitely.
This one is chicken pot pie. I think this guy that's definitely a chicken pot pie is a Wellington.
I think we should definitely call it.
Yes,
'cause
I
I'm
think.
about
Yeah, I think these
to-
are.
almost falling out.
Yeah, because these are basically we've already answered these anyway. Most of these are pretty similar.
And nothing is gonna top what Brock searched.
Yeah, exactly.
Spaghetti,
That took
spaghetti Jello.
that took the wind out of our
Ugh.
sails. We tried to
It
persist. That took the
It's
wind
fine.
I
out.
think I started getting tired after I was yelling about Jello.
Oh my god! But that was so good.
You know what? I'm so out of pure curiosity, I'm tempted to look up spaghetti popsicle.
Oh
It
no!
exists. It
Oh,
exists. I have an
no.
image of it somewhere in my files because it's a cursed image.
Please, God no.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys,
Yeah,
I'm gonna concede to the Jello thing
yeah.
because I've seen videos of people actually separating the powder from Jello after it's been made.
Oh wow.
I know it can be done. I was just simply fighting for fighting's sake.
No, I love that. I absolutely.
But
Yeah.
in Discord, I'm gonna change my status to Jello is Jello simply because of that.
Jello is Jello. Change my mind.
Jello is Jello. Change my mind.
I'm just for the rest of the stuff. I'm just picking it out and just putting in stuff where I think it'll belong.
Yeah. Yeah, because at this rate, for sure. Yeah, I'll just finish this guy out and then we'll. Yeah, I think I'll call it as well because this says.
And done.
And
I'm gonna call it now, and I'm heading to bed, you guys.
yes.
Good night.
Y'all have a
Fun
good
ending
night.
the stream.
This was
Thank
a
you
lot
so
of
much
fun.
for joining.
This was a
I
lot.
had
This
a lot
was
of
a
fun.
this was a chaotic idea that was really half baked, but this was awesome.
It
We gotta
was
do this another day. Another.
definitely yes.
We have to. This has to be a thing.
Yep. Good night, guys.
All right, you all have a good
Good
night,
night.
and I think I'm gonna do the same here. I'm reaching the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, me too.
All right. But yeah, so stay tuned sometime tomorrow, and I'm gonna continue working on my my Unity scene, and yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun creating more props and stuff there. So yep, today will just be a regular day.
Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna call it here and everything.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the same. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun seeing you, dude.
Yeah, it was fun seeing you too.
All right. Yep. Jello is a soup. All right.
Yep, Joe's a soup.
Love you. Bye.
Bye bye.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
You're fine, man.
I'm so tired.
I was so tempted to respond back to it. That's how tired I am.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye bye, man. And I think with that, I'm just gonna call an end to the stream. So.